Yo, yo, yo. I need to see if you man can hear me. Yep, you man can hear me. Well, this will be the video. This is just for the VOD. This will be the video where I explain fundamentals in depth. I'm gonna go through guard pressure. I'm gonna go through comboing efficiently, max damage, neutral play, team setup, like how to build a team. I'm gonna go through it all. So make sure you watch to the end for the VOD watchers as well, and for the people in chat. I see you, Ray. What is good, Ray? How are you? I hope you're good. But yeah, I'll be going through it all. And obviously, if you have any questions for the people in chat, well, technically they're not here yet, so I'll let them for a bit. I just need to change the thumbnail now. Every stream I go to, lol. It's because, well, Q's mod because I feel like that he'll be a pretty decent mod as long as he even the. You know what I mean? He's cool. Just letting the people work up. I think I'm gonna pick my characters from now, and we'll get started. Who should I start with? That's a good option to start with. Um. Alright, that'll be fine. I just need to make a few adjustments and we will start. I'm just loading in now. How come I can't save it? Yo, what's good? And was it Evander? What is good? What is good? I'm mod because I'm too good. Let that ego fly, bro. Yo, what's up, Ryder? How are you, bro? Long time no speak as well. I hope you've been in Biscuits chat, so you've seen what Thingy's been saying. I'm just letting everybody. I'm gonna let it go for like 2 more minutes, and then I'll go in with the explanation for everything. So if you don't have any questions from now, then I should just ask them. When the Momoshiki guide, I've already done a Momoshiki guide. I'm pretty sure I have. Let me double check before I say that. But I'm pretty sure I've already done a guide on Momoshiki. I'm pretty sure at least. Don't quote me on that, because I'm actually thinking about it and I'm like, wait, have I actually done a guide on Momoshiki? I have not done a guide on Momoshiki, right? Okay, well then Momoshiki guide incoming then. No, you right. I need to remember better. You right. I've not done a Momoshiki guide yet. So yeah, I need to do that. Momoshiki videos, but I've not done Momoshiki guides. Oops, I didn't want this thing yet. I see. I've done a Momoshiki guide. Yeah, I have done. Alright, there you go. Big up Q. See, this is why he's mod. My guy. Big up Q. I have done a Momoshiki guide. Big up Q. This is why Q's mod. This is why. big up his thing. Shout out to Q for that one. I was really questioning myself. I was really like, have I done a Momoshiki guide? I'm pretty sure I have. So yeah, big up Q's thing. Alright, so we're gonna start with 10 minutes in. So we're gonna start. So just a reminder, I said this at the beginning of the video for the people who watch the VOD, but I'm just gonna say it again for the people in the chat. So we're gonna go over all the fundamentals. So we're gonna go over guard pressure, we're gonna go over comboing, max damage, sub trapping, we're gonna go over neutral, we're gonna go over team building, like just, you know, at a basic level, like my perception of that. And then any questions you don't have, we will go over that too, basically. So we'll go over like one category, so guard pressure, then I'll answer any questions you like have on the topic guard pressure, and then we'll move on. Basically is how we'll do it. RJ, can you quickly go through how to tilt out of combos? Sometimes when I release guard then tilt, it only registers me guarding and standing there. Okay, so that's a tricky thing to explain, because there are some combos that do leave you button locked. So Sage Hashirama is a very famous one, where if you drop your guard, if he counter switches and drops your guard on the third hit, you can get button locked, so you just drop your guard. But you kind of have to buffer it in, if that makes sense. I would need someone else to do it, which I can do, but I would rather do that after I explain guard pressure, and then I'll go over that, if that makes sense, because I still want it to have some form of structure so it's not confusing. You know, so it's just, this is what we'll talk about, and then when we speak about that side of things, that's when we'll go over that. What was I gonna do? I was gonna do something. Okay, yeah. Started. Alright, so let's get started into the guard pressure side of things, right? So This is something that if you're in the WOD Academy, I think predominantly the NA side, just because the EU side I've not had been able to do a lot of stuff with. But I do explain this in a few videos, but I thought, you know what, if I do it this way, then because there are still people that don't know what neutral is and stuff like that, if I do it this way and I do everything, then I can help you all at once. So we always talk about the purpose when it comes to everything. I'm going to let you know that I don't just say do this, do this, do this, do this. That's not the kind of teacher I am. I want to make you lot be able to understand why something is good, not just kind of tell you do it because it's good. I need you to be able to tell me why it's good. So guard pressure, why do we guard pressure someone, right? A lot of people think it's to break someone's guard. You're not wrong, but that is not the sole purpose. The purpose of pressuring someone's guard is to open them up, so get them to either drop their guard, to break their guard, to move out the way, right? That's the whole perspective of guard pressure. Yeah, so we're trying to open up the opponent in any way they can, right? Now there are two ways of doing this. You can either do this through a jailing perspective, or you can do this through a mix-up perspective. Now jailing isn't just doing this, right? Now people jail, they're like, oh, this is jailing right here. Right, that's a type of jail. That is not the definition of jail. A jail is when you put someone under so much block stun that they cannot escape it. So for example, that is a jail. That's also a jail, right? They can't tilt out of that. There's nothing they can do, right? That is what a jail means. It's not necessarily just when people do this and then they come down, they can't press, right? So the purpose of jailing, so why do we do jailing, is to get out two things. We're either baiting out a resource, so a sub, or in some cases a support, or to break the guard, right? That's what jailing is for. That's what we're looking for, right? They're either going to sub the pressure, or they're going to, or I'm going to break your guard. That's what's going to happen. Yes, this is a live video, Harlem. What's good, Harlem? I'm just explaining it, right, in depth. I'm going over everything, and then I'll take questions after, right? So yeah, so that is what this is about, right? That is basically jailing. The good time to use jailing, I find, is when they're on, if you can do it, when they're on like 1 or 2 subs. Because if they're on 1 sub, if they sub, they're on no subs, that's a W. And if they don't sub, you break their guard. So they're going to be a bit more, you know, they're going to want to hold on to that sub, which we'll get into when we go over the comboing side of things. Yeah. Yo, what's up, legend? How are you? Welcome to the stream. So that being said, we're going to move on to mix-ups. If anyone has any questions on the topic jailing, then I'll answer it before I go to mix-ups. If not, then I'll just go straight over. So I'll leave you lot to think. If you lot have any questions, let me know. I'm just gonna wait a bit because I think that my messages are delayed. I'm becoming a top Demon Slayer player. Hey, go for it. Alright, so if not, just because I've not heard anything, oh, there you go. What's the best way to approach someone for a jail? I think that's just universal, like a double dash. For example, like stopping in front of the guard and going for guard pressure, you can still implement a jail that way. So dashing and stopping in front of a guard, right? I would recommend double dashing, getting used to dashing and stopping right in front of the guard so you can mash. That's the best way, but it can be from anywhere. Approach is something that we'll be going over in neutral, so there are different ways to approach your opponent, because approach is a big factor that not many people actually think about properly, that they know it's there but they don't actually practice it. But stopping in front of someone's guard as close as possible is the best way to go about it, because you literally get the guard. And if in any ways of guard pressuring in this sense is what you're going to be doing anyways. So yeah, I would say that's what I would say the best way to approach a jail. So moving on to mix-ups. Now, I always talk about the purpose. That is a habit that I will always talk about, right? Why do you mix someone up? So you might be thinking a jailing seems more guaranteed than a mix-up, right? Because mix-up is about conditioning your opponent to respect your pressure, right? But the thing is with a mix-up is that you can get a greater reward from it. For example, right? Let's take this as a mix-up. Let's just say, right? Let's keep it very simple. Now, if I was to do this, right, a lot of people, right, even if you're not even like super knowledgeable, they'd be thinking, oh, counter, because this isn't a jail, they can counter this, right? You're allowed to counter this. So then they're gonna think to themselves, okay, after I block the kunai, I'm gonna counter. Yeah. Now, if I know you're gonna counter, this is now up to me to do something that beats your counter. Think about like rock paper scissors, right? I can do a support combo that beats counter, right? So I can do that. I can grab, if I have a pretty quick grab, like don't do it with Minato, I can do that. That beats counter. If you do want to do it with Minato, I can tilt. That beats counter. Anything that beats counter is an option that you could use to stop them from countering. Now, if you're doing this, what are they going to do? They're going to stop countering. They might do something else. So, for example, let's say I was to do this and to grab, they might ninja move away now instead of countering. Do you see what I'm saying? Right? So now I've stopped them from countering, but now they've resorted to ninja moving away. So I need to cater towards that, right? But then you have these things that there are certain things that can cater towards more things. For example, if I double dash after this, right? So if I, okay, well, buttons are hard clearly. That beats counter and ninja moving away. If someone ninja moves away from me, I'm going to catch them. If they counter, I'm going to hit them, right? So double dashing is something that covers two things. So two options they have, I cover just from a jump kunai, just from a double dash. Yeah, that's what I'm doing, right? I covered that. So now let's say they go, well, if we ninja move, this happens. If I counter, this happens. So let's just say they have no other options, right? Obviously, for knowledgeable, you know there's more options. But let's just say they have no other options. Now they're going to then hold block. Now, if they hold block, that will allow you to do this again. Because now they're holding block. They're too scared to counter because they think you're going to double dash. They're too scared to ninja move away because they think you're going to double dash. So that will then allow you, right, to then reset your combo. So if I was to do this, they might not, do you know what I'm saying? They might not do anything. They might go, well, I think he's going to double dash me. Alright? Let's give you another example, right? Another example is when people tilt through your combos. That is the disrespect, right? Because again, mix-up is about conditioning your opponent so you get the same effect as a jail. You're either going to break the guard or get a sub, right? That's your aim. You're trying to get to that point. So another example, if someone, right, that is something that you need to cater for. So let's take Minato's down combo, for example, right? After this kick, when he goes into the sliding kick, big gap, you can tilt through the combo, right? You can tilt straight through it, right? So you need to cater towards that. So what you can do is you can dash here. That's the most common way. Or you can blue dash, yeah? Bat, blue dash. Those two things beat that. When on I'm on guard versus mix up, I tend to chakra shuriken then switch to become safe. It's fast enough to stop leader switch or chakra dash, etc. That's an option. That's a good option. Obviously, I'm keeping it simple just so people can understand, but there are a lot more options that people can do to counter the stuff you do. This is just me explaining what it's like on a very simple scale for newer players. What about supporting jutsu? How would you safely avoid instead of subbing during a mix-up? So do you mean support jutsu like this? Do you mean? Like if someone's pressuring your guard and you're doing that? Is that what you mean? Both? Huh? I don't know what you mean. So do you mean like this? Into the sense of both. So you either call it like that or do it that way. Yo, what's up, E? Big up E in the chat. Them doing it and you. Them doing it and you. So if you're talking about like this, where they do it, you're gonna have to, that's a whole, like, that would be classed as a jail. You need to know where it jails and where it doesn't. For example, let's take Hashirama, right? I think I'm talking about the same thing you're talking about. But let's take Hashirama, right? If I'm doing this, his jutsu only hits once. So for it to jail, I have to be very quick to do that, right? It's not something that's going to be too consistent. Yeah? Harlem, I'm not new gen. But yeah, so it's not going to be consistent. So for that reason, it becomes a mix, not a jail. Whereas if I was to take Naruto, for example, right, I'm just going to break the god. If I was to take Naruto, for example, because that is this is a jail, like there's nothing they can do. I've got so much time, right? Like that's how it would be. Like, so there's gonna be jutsus that are better suited for it. Like, it's not always gonna be a guaranteed thing. So if you're talking about that, then you get the same options. If they block the jutsu and you're a bit late, they can still counter your mash. So if you do that and then you mash, they can still counter your mash. They can still ninja move back. They can still do a bunch of stuff. Oh, the party, like, how am I gonna commentate? Legend is EU. I'm pretty sure. Actually, I'm not sure. Actually, don't take my word for that. So moving on to what was I talking about? Yeah, tilting between combos. Yeah. So tilting between combos is something where, again, that's another disrespect, right? The whole point of mixing up is to condition your opponent to not disrespect your pressure. Yeah. So if they're tilting between your combos, as using Minato as example, if they tilt after this kick, right, which will then stop this kick from connecting, then you need to accommodate for that. Like I said, you can either dash by yourself, or you can support dash, right? Those two things are probably the most common and easiest way to interrupt your person doing that. I'm not sure how to word it. Say you're mixing up with Hashirama and they somehow activate a pain support. Okay, I get you. So if I was to do, let's take the same jump kunai, right? And then while I'm jump kunai, they deploy a pain support. Yeah, how would you accommodate for that? That's what you're saying, right? Like, if I'm the Hashirama player, right, and the Sasuke deploys a pain support while I'm hitting you, how would I accommodate? So now this is specific to a character now, right? Because everyone's jutsus are different. For example, pain support is different. So now it's not like, it's more specific to a character in what you would do. For example, Pain, let's take Pain and Nagato, yeah? Pain, if I was mashing and they deploy Pain, I can directional sub and keep mashing, because Pain's jutsu only hits once, yeah? So I can waste a sub in order for myself to keep mashing. But if they was to deploy Nagato, where his jutsu hits multiple times for as long as it is out, I would have to respect that. So I would have to drop the pressure. So it's very, like, it's very unique to the jutsu. Same thing with Naruto. If Naruto was to do it again, I would have to drop the pressure, or I could go into maybe get air combo. So it's very different, right? It's very different in that sense. You gotta be careful, because it depends on the jutsu. It's not really like concrete, do this, like how you would speak on a fundamental level. The stuff that I'm explaining is not specific to a character. This is just, you know, the fundamentals of playing the game itself. But and when it comes to that stuff, depending on the character, it's depending on how you do it. For example, if I was to do it with Minato, there's a lot of the times where Minato would whiff, or Shizui would whiff. You see what I'm saying? So because those characters would whiff, I don't have to worry about that. I can just keep going. You see what I'm saying? So it's very specific to the character and the jutsu of what they're going to interrupt you with. Yo, what's up, Huncho? How are you, bro? So moving on to the tilting between combos. Yeah. So like I said, to accommodate for the tilting between combos, right, you can either dash where the gap is to catch them tilting, or you can blue dash to catch them tilting. Those are the main ways. Yo, what's up, Rodriguez? How are you, bro? Those are like the main ways of going about it, right? So there are other ways, but those are the main ways. So again, we're keeping it simple just for the newer players, because I've had a few people, like newer players that freshly picked up the game, that are trying to learn these things. So for the people who know the game, I'm going to keep it simple, but the concept can be still put on a bigger scale because it's fundamentals. There is no cap to fundamental play. Yeah. You can ask E. He's a fundamental based player. I play a lot fundamental based, but I incorporate other things as well. Yeah. So so let's say now I've done that, right? I've conditioned them to stop tilting between my combos, right? Because I'm dashing, I'm blue dashing. That will then allow me, and this one is important, by the way, right? Because this is where a lot of people miss out, right? I know bare conversation is going on, which I encourage, but this one is very important. A lot of players miss out this key factor when it comes to pressure. Like I see it in E's tournaments, I see it against my students do it. They always miss out this factor. Once you have conditioned them to hold block through mix, you need to now punish them for respecting you, i.e. holding block, right? By punishing them for them holding block, this is where your instant guard break comes out, right? So the one that I famously use, all my students know, is this one, right? That's 2 mix-ups I put you in, but for me to start that off, I need you to hold block because it requires a ninja move dash. Yeah. Grabbing, that's another thing, right? If you have somebody with a very good grab, right, you can open them up that way. Yeah. Same thing. If we take the same mix-up that I did, bam, boom, grab. Yeah. You need to punish them for blocking, because you need to make them think, I don't want to block this guy. Yeah, I don't want to block this guy, so because I don't want to block this guy, right, I need to disrespect. But if I disrespect, he's also, you know, putting me in a scenario. So it's a constant cycle where they don't want to be in, and the better you get at mix-ups, right, is the better, you know, that becomes. This is now my specialty. Setups, mix-ups, that's me now. That's what I enjoy, right? So that is the factor you want to come in. Like I said, everyone knows that if you chakra dash kunai with certain people, you'll break the guard. It's specific to the kunai. I will go into that later, right? But so the people on my team, they're not really great at it, but we all know chakra kunai can instantly break your guard, right? But you can also do it with normal kunai and jump kunai, right? But that puts them in another mix. So these are, let me decipher these mixes, right? Let me decipher these mixes. So the first mix is here, right? Because if I ninja move away, right, and you dash the guard, you still have an option to ninja move out here. You still have an option to tilt here. Like it's not guaranteed. The second one is after the kunai, and you get the same options as if you just jump kunai, just jumping towards them. So they can counter here if they want to, which you will accommodate for. They can tilt if they want to. They can ninja move if they want. They still got the same options they have, right? You can lead your switch spark dash into chakra shuriken for faster instant guard break. Exactly, there you go. That's my point. By punishing them from holding block, so let's take this one and you do this. That's the same thing Harlan was talking about. I just didn't do it properly, right? I think you do that, you do a spark dash, you use kunai. It will, do you know what I mean? You're still punishing them for blocking, but that is the piece that everyone misses. They get them to block and then they don't punish them. That's like, what now? That's your reward. Your reward is that you're able to do stuff that you shouldn't be able to do because they're too scared to release their guard. Once they're scared to release their guard, right, and you got them guarding, you have free reign to do anything. Right? But again, Harlem, I'm trying to keep it simple for the newer players who watch this back. Yeah? So I'm not going to go too mad with it. I'm just going to keep everything simple. Yeah? So jailing, I went over. So just as a recap, jailing is about putting your opponent into block stun, enough block stun. Like, again, this isn't this isn't what I'm doing the purpose of jailing. Remember, it's just about putting someone into block stun. This is still a jail, right? But so you have jailing. The purpose of that is to either break the guard or get a sub. The purpose of guard pressure as a whole is to open up your opponent, not just break the guard. Open them up. Make them drop their guard or whatever it is. Mix-ups, the purpose of mix-ups is to condition your opponent to hold block so you can then get the same results of a jail. Because if they're holding block from a mix, then the same thing's going to happen. They're either going to sub your pressure or they're going to break the guard. One of the two is going to happen. Alright? So that's kind of like the recap of guard pressure. If you follow all those principles of guard pressure, then you will have a very strong guard pressure game. So if you have any questions, I will answer them before I move into the fundamentals of comboing your opponent. Again, I'm keeping it very simple for the newer players as well. I already know the answer, but for the sake of the video, what about characters that have little to no guard pressure? You can then, it's mix. This is what I'm saying. It's a mix-up. Let's take Dunzo for example. Let's say Minato is Dunzo right now, right? So that's my guard pressure. After this, you can ninja move out. Yeah. You still got the mix. If they ninja move out, you dash them, you get them. If I do this, you get them, right? If I do this, you still get them. You see what I'm saying? You go for the mix. It just means that you have less access to your combos. If I'm Dunzo and I do 2 hits and I dash you, and you're constantly trying to ninja move out, you're gonna stop ninja moving out. As soon as you stop ninja moving out, maybe I can get in a 3rd hit. It's about, again, conditioning your opponent to stop disrespecting your pressure. Does that make sense? So it just means that Dunzo is more mix-up based. There are characters that best suit jailing, and there are characters that best suit mix. Orochimaru, he's better at jailing. Killer B, he's better at jailing. S3 Madara is better at mix. Dunzo is more mix. Momoshiki is more mix. Yeah. So there are characters that are best suit whatever category. So that's where team development comes in. If you're somebody who likes jailing, you're going to make a team that best suits jailing. If you're someone that likes mix, you're going to make a team that best suits mix. Thank you, Harlem. Like I said, I just feel like here I can answer people's questions, because I get a lot of people saying they don't really understand what neutral is. Like, neutral is going to be a big topic. I'm letting you know that from now. Neutral is going to be huge. Yeah. Does anyone have any questions on what I spoke about before I move to comboing? Because I'm going to move to comboing. I pretty much finished with guard pressure. I'm going to move on to comboing. So does anybody have any questions? I'm not saying Momoshiki does not have a jail. I said he benefits jailing. No, sorry, he benefits mix. He's better at mix up than he is jail. You can have a jail and still be beneficial to a mix. RJ, how do you counter Stom4 Kakashi mash? Well, he has a jail by himself. You gotta rely on the person to mess up. Momoshiki is hard to tell out of. I respect his guard pressure, but Momoshiki is like Dunzo. You can ninja move out of his guard pressure after his 3rd hit. So if he does hit, and he goes onto the rock slide, you can ninja move out of that. Just like Dunzo. You see how Dunzo does 2 hits and you can ninja move out? After Momoshiki's 3rd hit, you can actually ninja move out of his combo. Don't counter, it won't hit. You can ninja move out. That's where you gotta play the mix-up game. If you ninja move out, he might lead a switch or support dash. Or he might double dash you. I always try tilting out of it. Yeah, no, he can ninja move out of his 3rd hit. Yes, I have a question. What's your question, Harlem? Before I move on. I just wanna eat. Is that where you can showcase how to play mashes? When I explain neutral, I can. Because how to counter people who like to mash, you have to be able to break things down on a fundamental level, right? If they like to mash, what kind of playstyle is that? That's an aggressive playstyle, right? So if that's an aggressive playstyle, what do you need to do? Maybe play a bit more defensive. Let them run into shit. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, if they're being aggressive, use your defensive options, use your counters, use your zoning, use your spacing. Yeah, once you go over neutral, neutral play counters mashes. It's simple as that. Would you say the pressure slash mix-up game is more dependent on the character or just the neutral? I think it's more dependent on the player. I think you can mix up and pressure with anyone. I can random and have a very strong pressure game. Yeah, so I can random my team and I can still pressure you very strong with anyone, as long as you know what the fundamentals of what I just said. Because everything I've said, right, this isn't unique to a character that I'm doing. These aren't unique stuff to a character. Like, you can do that with anyone. This isn't Minato specific or Naruto specific. This is the game. This isn't specific to any one character. RJ, you want me to join and help showcase? Yeah, actually, yeah, I'll use E to join and help showcase. I'll still explain a lot, but I'll use E because someone spoke to me about tilting between combos, so I can use E to help showcase. So what I'll do is I will start a player match. I just don't trust my Wi-Fi, Loki. That's why I was gonna do it this way. But if it's fine, then hey, run it. I don't trust servers. You mentioned Hashi has good mix-up, but you also mentioned it's about what you do. No, I mentioned Jump Kunai. Hashi has a good mix-up game, but he also has good jail. This one. I like Hashirama. He has good jail, but he also has a good mix-up game. Because of his jail. Let me explain, right? And I'm also going to pick... Actually, no, I'm not going to pick Momoshiki, actually. Yeah. I also, what's up, Coco tier? Long time no speak for real. Wait, any character can ninja without a moment. Oh, any character can ninja without a moment. He's literally like Dunzo. Any character after his third hit, you can ninja without. I'm surprised people don't know this. I thought this was common knowledge. So let's take. So you see, let's take this, right? Bang, right? Let's take that, right? Obviously, I'm gonna fuck it, whatever, right? Obviously, people know that you can jail with that, right? But you can turn that into a mix. If I'm doing this to you all game, right? And you can't, do you know what I mean? You're not, do you know what I mean? It's a jail. You just know it's gonna happen, right? If I then do this, you might not expect that because you're thinking I'm gonna mash after because I'm jailing you, but you're not gonna expect that grab. Do you see what I'm saying? So I've turned the jail into a mix to get a reward. For me, if you've watched my video, if I grab you with Hashirama, it's a long day for you. I'm gonna keep real. Thank you, E. I'll definitely get that. But it's a long. If I grab you with Hashirama, it is a long. If you have watched my video, if you grab me with Hashirama, it is long for you. if I grab you with Hashirama, I've got mix-ups and setups with that grab. I'm telling you. Lux untiltable though. Yeah. I think you have to have only specific tilts to get out of this. So for example, the last Naruto can tilt out of it, Mifune can tilt out with it, and War Toby, White Mask Toby, he can tilt out with it. But I don't think you can with anyone else. But one thing that you can do is tilt switch. People don't do this. I don't know why. They don't. They don't. They don't tilt switch. I'm tilting the wrong way. I don't know why they don't do it, but they don't do it. Hold on. Support. Because you can get out of a lot of things by doing this right here. Or this. Hold on. Oh my god. Or doing that. But people don't do it. Because with Hashirama, I'm pretty sure you can tilt switch out of the combo. But people don't do it. But I'm so sure that you can. I would need to test it out. Like maybe when E gets on, I'll try it. Mifune and main to stop ignoring mass pressure. So yeah, when it comes to that kind of stuff, this is where creativity comes in. Again, I'm explaining things on a very simple level, right? Like I'm not overcomplicating anything. I'm explaining everything on a simple level, but you can vamp this up, which is something that I do with my setups and E does with how he plays his pressure, right? Lot more depth involved, loads more depth involved. I mean, you lot have seen my exposing my setups videos, yeah? So you can vamp it up to a very in-depth way, but this is a very simple form I'm using just so everybody understands, basically. So don't take what I'm saying like, oh, that's all it takes, this is all you need. This is just the stepping stone. This is just the foundation. This is the beginning. That's all this is, yeah? Once you get comfortable with this and you start building on it, then that is when it becomes a bit more threatening. Yeah? Like that's when the threat levels go up. Like Harlem said, you can do a spark dash, you can do support dash into spark dash and then go from there, break the guard. You know, there are specific characters with cover fire, add it on then. You got range characters, you got puppets. Do you know what I mean? You got like there's so many levels that you can play it on. Yeah? So yeah, so is there any questions on guard pressure, so jailing or mix, or even characters that you want me to go into before I move on to comboing? We will revisit these things at the end, where you can ask anything you want. So it's not like ask now and forever hold your peace. It's not like that. But we will revisit these things. But I'm just starting, do you know what I mean?
Yo, yo, yo.
Yo, what's up, E?
Man is here, innit? What's up, chat? What's up, RJ?
What's good? What's good? Alright, hopefully it's fine. If it's not fine, then you can still be here. But hopefully it's fine.
Actually, I'll make it endless. Don't join that.
Oh, I joined already. Go see how it moves. Did you leave ready?
Yeah, I left quick.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say we'll see how it goes, and then if not, we'll just go into a thing.
Okay then. Let me remake it then.
No, if you've done it, do it. It's calm. It's not deep.
No, I haven't made the endless yet, so it's all good. It should really do online training mode.
But yeah, use this time because after what I'll do if he's here is I'll go over like tilting in combos and stuff, like tilting between combos and everything like that. And what I'm talking about when I say not many people tilt switch or tilt switch counter or tilt switch walk away. So not many people, I'll talk about that stuff, and then after that, then I'll go into the fundamentals of combo.
Museum tournament, RJ, we're doing it next Sunday, innit? It's 5 PM. Yeah. So if you want to join us for commentary.
I mean, it depends. If I'm working and I finish, then I'll join, but I probably won't make it for 5 if I am.
It's calm. I'll probably run for like 20 hours anyway, so it's all good.
Yo, what's up, Shek?
Hey, man, like Shek. Shout out Shek though. He put me on the inputs for the Lightning Kunai tech.
Yeah, Shek's got a bag of tech. I actually wanted to contact Shek to ask him a question, but I have no way of contacting this man.
I'll give you I'll give you his Discord. That man stay active on Discord. But yeah, I'll give you his Discord in it.
Alright,
Do you want me to pick anyone specifically?
pick Orochimaru.
Alright.
Pick Orochimaru.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah.
wait. No, you know what? No. Pick Mifune. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Pick the last Naruto. And pick... Who's a slow tilt? Pick the last Sasuke.
That tilt is garbage, man.
I was gonna do it, but you know what? I'll try. I trust your capabilities.
If it runs longer than 4 hours, I'm pulling cable through. Don't worry, Harlem. I was gonna say, do you want to do first to 3 for the preliminaries, then first to 4 for top 8, then first to 5 for finals? So we're not there for years. That's what I was gonna say.
Do this, and then we will do this. Doesn't really matter what.
What were the inputs again for education?
I swear it's
purposes?
even easier to tilt switch, and counter out of the loss. So tilt switching is the same, but what you do after the switch depends on the combo. So if you want to keep it simple, whoever has a big hitbox, probably better to tilt switch into counter. Whoever doesn't have a big hitbox, you could probably just walk away from it, which is better because then you could potentially get a punish.
Yeah, I agree with RJ. So like, let's say you're Orochimaru who sucks at tilting out of combos and someone's mashing you with Hashirama, then it's better to tilt switch counter.
That's how it's, because that's what I mean. So anybody with a big hit, for example, if he's playing Sasuke, right? If he's supposed to last Sasuke, and I'm tilting out of his combo, right, where he does the pull, here, like after that, I would have to tilt switch counter, because if I tilt switch walk away, the pull will probably get me, right? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The pull will probably get me. So I would have to tilt switch into counter. If I tilt switch into counter, then I can counter that, I'll be alright. Obviously there's counter plays. If someone knows you're doing that, then they can tilt switch, and then as soon as you counter, they can like switch counter. Like there's like mad plays like that. But again, keeping it simple, because a lot of new players watch my content, so I'm trying to not overcomplicate anything.
Smart, man.
Yeah. So going over to what I was talking about, right? And this is why I picked the characters I'm talking about. Orochimaru, so you're going to be doing the tilting, are you? Orochimaru is someone who you can't really tilt out of because his combos are so quick, right? All of that's a jail, right? Now you can, it's hard, tilt switch out of Orochimaru's combos. It's just difficult. And you can even do it with Sasuke, right? Like it doesn't, you don't need to have a fast tilt to do this, right? It's just hard. You might not, he might not be able to do it online. Actually, to be fair, it's fine, but you can get out of it. I even did it with Thingy. And obviously, Orochimaru players like to delay their combos sometimes as well. So that also gives you more of a gap, like he just did right there, right? So if they're mashing it, right? If they're mashing it,
what to do tilt? My bad.
yeah, good. If you're mashing it, like for example, E, what I want you to do is, right, I want you to block, but then let go of block. Yeah. So as soon as I hit you, so that's how you know that his is a jail, right? Now let's say I do it here, right? Naruto. So I want you to block and start holding block. Oops, go on. I need to thingy. Go on, do it again. I do it with a down combo, screw it. See how you got hit there, right? So he's actually letting go of block, like after I hit him, right? So so for example, you do the same thing. If I stop here, his guard drops. He's not holding block anymore. As soon as I touch him, he lets go of guard, right? But if you see, do it again, his guard stays. Even though he's not holding guard right now, his guard is still up, right? That's because of block stun. Block stun is doing this, yeah? So when I did the down combo, so do it again, he gets hit by that. Obviously you wouldn't use the down combo guard pressure, just letting you don't know. But you wouldn't get hit by that. What the tilt does is it takes you out of that block stun. It actually takes you out of the block stun, which is why you can air tilt. Right? So when you're to what he's doing to why, even though he lets go of guard and the whole up combo of his, he's still holding block, right? If he then, everyone knows you can tilt after that kick into the up combo, right? Like you can tilt through that. But as you can see, if he doesn't tilt, you're under block stun. So what? That's something that you got to understand how that works, and that's where you can tilt switch. Even though he's Sasuke, right? He can still tilt switch out of this. He just might have to counter there, or just walk away straight away. But you can. He got out of the combo right there. He escaped it. That's why he switched to Mifune. Whereas Mifune, since you're on Mifune, he don't have to do that. This man just says, and ooh, that's it. He's gone. He's gone. He's nowhere to be found. All right. So there are characters that are better suited, but even with Sasuke's slow ass tilt, right? His tilt ain't fast. He still got out of the combo. So that's what I mean when I say that tilt switching this is something you want to learn, because it doesn't matter what tilt you have, slow, fast, medium, like I don't know what it is, but you can get out of anything. Yeah, any combo you can get out of, right? Well, almost any. There are some characters you can't, but majority of the combo you can get out of more stuff than you think you can. But most people don't do it because they don't know. There's not many people that do that. Yeah. Momoshiki now just ninja move out of the guard pressure, because obviously we was talking about this. There you go. He's out. Yeah. He's out. Counter. Then ninja move counter. Ninja move into counter. So counter as soon as you ninja move. You see how he got hit? That's why I said don't do it. Don't counter. But you can ninja move out. But that's where the mix comes. So ninja move again. This is where the mix comes in. Yeah. And then let's say, and then you could take it further. So let's say he counters now. So ninja move into counter. Yeah. See what I'm saying? This is where the mix comes in. So with your argument on, let's take Momoshiki as Danzo, right? You still enforce a mix here. If you want to keep it simple, just ninja move without the counter. Oh wait, I need to hear your god. Boom. Yeah. Nothing complicated I'm doing, nothing specific to a character I'm doing. There isn't anything, right? But it's a mix, essentially, right? The disrespect is him ninja moving out of my combo, and then I cater towards that by putting him into a mix-up scenario where he has to guess. Yeah.
RJ, do Momo's IC4? Wait, hold on, do it again. So the reason why RJ is saying don't counter when you ninja move out, Momo's IC4 isn't actually a physical hit, so that's why counter doesn't work.
It's a hit, but it's like close. I say it's like close range. I'm pretty sure. Like as soon as the rock comes out the floor.
But like you see how that bit, yeah. It's
that
not
little,
like,
yeah. You have to be close for it to. That's why, because the 4 does this done in it, does that. Yeah. But you have to be like pretty close for that to hit. Yo, what's up, Tiffy? What you saying, bro? You want to learn it, but it feels so hard. I gave up on learning it. Trust me, it's really good to use. Combos can still follow the character you switch to, or have a large hitbox. So I guess you got to counter most of the time. You can walk away from a lot of combos. You can ask E. I walk more than I counter. The only time I counter is like specific to, like, for example, if I'm playing against Sage Hashirama or the last Naruto, then you have to counter. But you can walk away if you hold like the walk away button before you counter, and this is just because how I play. As soon as I switch, I'm holding my direction before my guy even jumps in. Like I'm off. You can walk away from a lot. It's easier than you think. When you switch, you have to make sure you have a moving frame. Yeah, as when your switch character is stunned a bit. Yeah, so there's these things called, so you have landing frames. Some people call it landing lag. We call it guard manipulation. Yeah. In that point, if you move, right, I'm gonna take kunai. This is the simplest way I can put it, right? You see this right here? Why do you like? I'm able to jump through kunai so quick because I'm holding the movement button. Yeah, if I jump kunai and land, Look, I can't. If I hold block, you see how long it takes me to block. Look at Orochimaru, right? It takes me a long time to block. Whereas if I move, a lot faster. Yeah. That's because of the landing frames, right? It works the same for guard manipulation. If E was to guard manipulate me right now, right? It's the same thing. I'm able to move quick because I'm landing. I'm walking to to shorten that. He can still punish me, but the window is smaller, right? Like it's a smaller window, right? This happens for this as well. Look, if I switch and I hold block, it's how long it takes me to block. Yeah. So what I have to do, I have to walk and then block. That's why I was able to block that kick right there, right? And you're using the movement, so the walking. I think Poison called like walk cancelling or something to shorten that stun time. Yeah. So what Harlem was talking about, what Harlem is talking about when he says that you have to, when he says it's easier than you think when you switch, you have to make sure you have a moving frame, is that you need to make sure you move to cancel that stun time of the landing leg. I recently had to cancel landing frames and it does wonders, bro. Wonders. It saved me so many times, especially against E. This man loves guard manipulation.
Yeah, no, for real. Landing frames is so useful. That's how I'm able to have such a safe playstyle as well, because I use it during switching. So RJ said after switching he moves. I jump, because jumping is the fastest way to cancel it. Well, for me anyway. I literally as soon as I switch, I jump. So if you try dash me, I'm already blocking in the air. And then once you dash off my guard, I'll move away from you.
And jumping is good as well. So this is a secret thing. Jumping is good because if you do try to punish, what I need to do is I'm gonna jump and then dash me. So once I land, to dash me. Yeah. Not spot dash you, camel. Go on. Do it again. I'm just gonna react to you. Go on. I'm just gonna react to you. Just dash me. That business there. Poison calls it the short hot punish. So if you ever heard Poison Call say short hot punish, that is what he's referring to. I need to be sure than that one. Oh, need to do it again. Do it again. There you go, right there. I was able to punish his dash because I jumped and he cancelled the height. Yeah, that is called a short hop punish. Yeah, you're able to punish chakra dashes because of this. So if you take E's concept where he jumps, if he can get short hop punishes involved, and that's where you can punish dashes. So it cancels. This is how high a dash normally is. He's connecting the dash midway, and then that allows me to punish his dash. That's what that allows me to do. Yeah. So by E's representation of that, if they try and dash him on the landing leg and they're late, you could get a short hop punish. This is something, again, not many people know of, but it's very important. It's very good. That's why sometimes you see people doing this. It's good after subbing as well. If someone's mashing you, so just do it. If someone's mashing you, E-sub and then do the short. There you go. Alright.
That technique becomes broken if you're using a character that has good mash. So last Sasuke and last Naruto. So if you're a defensive player, you want to master short hop punishing. So RJ, if you dash me. Oh, yeah, there you go.
So now I'll give you more space. There you go.
Yeah, there you go. RJ can't counter that. The window for that is too small. So with mashes, this is a great defensive technique, bro. Like, it's nasty, man.
Yeah, so this is something that you want to be doing as well. This is moving a bit into neutral, which we're not there yet. We're supposed to be doing comboing, so you lot are lucky. Right? So what I'll probably do is I'll probably go into comboing from now, yeah? Just so we don't get too far off track, because neutral is a very big topic that I need to break down, right? So we're not going to go too far, but you know, there you go, you're a little taster. Right? So we're going to comboing from now, right? So as you don't know, I always talk about the purpose first. Why do you do something? Because I need to make you lot into smart players. No, not just do this because it's sick. No. I need you to know why. Yeah? The guard manipulation height is the height of the double dash. So this is not guard manipulation height. This is. The second jump, you are now at guard manipulation height. Yeah? So moving on to comboing, because I do want to move on to comboing and get it in. We've been streaming for a while. So what I want to do is we're going to yeah, sorry, the purpose, right? Now, the difference between the purpose of guard pressure and comboing, guard pressure, there's one purpose, to open up your opponent. That's the whole purpose, yeah? Whereas comboing changes depending on the resources your opponents have. So, your purpose, per se, is to drain the resources. Then your purpose changes into maximizing your damage, yeah? So, it's like kind of like a two kind of purpose. So, resources, what do you need to focus on? The support gauge and the subs. How you deal with the subs is sub traps, right? Now, one thing I will say, which this is something that stresses me out, especially when I watch like competitive players, because they still do this. You do not want to drop the combo unless you have to, right? Now, it could be for multiple reasons. It could be because you want to play on the back foot. Let's say you got health lead, you're not really trying to fight. So instead, you might do, I don't know, what characters am I? I don't know. You might do this just to get the distance because you want to play health lead because you know that the time's running out or whatever it is. Yeah. So there's minor exceptions. Yeah. But dropping a combo because you wanna combo buffer ain't it. Right? That's not something you want to do because you take them away from a scenario, from a lose-lose scenario. Yeah. Now, the lose-lose scenario is, do I waste a sub or do I take the damage? Yeah? As soon as you do that, you've given them an exit. This is how you stop. This is how you snowball. You see characters that, you see people that snowball and they two stock. This is how it happens, right? You put them in a lose-lose scenario, all right? Do I take the damage or do I waste the sub? Now, comboing, right? Subs, see subs as money. Each sub is $1 million or pounds, or euros, wherever you're from. We're gonna use pounds because I'm UK, yeah. So we're gonna use pounds, yeah. So each sub is £1 million, yeah. If you have £1 million right now, right? If I said, yo, bust me 500,000, he's gonna be more inclined to do so, right? But if you have £1 million, so one sub, and I say bust me 500,000, he's gonna be like, bust. That's half my money, bruv. Do you see what I'm saying? He's gonna be a lot more. You don't really want to give it to me. Do you see what I'm saying? Now take that as subs. If he's got 4 subs, he's gonna be more inclined to use it. If he's got 1 sub, he's gonna be less inclined to use it because he knows he's gonna have no more money left, right? So that is something that you want to take into account when you are comboing someone, and this is where sub traps come in. Yeah, where you go in from sub traps, obviously for people who don't know what sub traps are, that's where you have a setup of some kind, so they sub into either damage or pressure, right? Obviously you can accommodate for the directional sub traps because there are some sub traps where even if you're directional sub, you're still in, like the pressure or whatever it is. But keeping it simple, these are what we want to use, right? Now, the sub traps that I would say are mostly used are combo buffering, because if you sub a combo buffer, you sub in place. If you sub a projectile, you sub in place. If you sub a combo, you sub behind, right? So you sub in place here, right? If you was to do it like this, you sub in place here. Naruto does do that, which I love about him, I'll be honest. Right? If you was to sub a grab like this, I think if you are the person when they grab, I think they count it as a hit. Just grab me. Just grab me. Okay, yeah, see? Sub behind. But if he was to buffer the grab, you sub in place. Yeah? Again, we're not talking too much on the directional subbing. We'll get there, but we're not there yet. Right? So that's the factor you want to come in. Right? Same thing with a projectile. If I was to shoot out a jutsu, you're sub in place. Yeah? Now, the reason why, the two main things that you want to do if you've caught someone is combo like this, because they will sub in place, right? Or grab. Oops, not that grab. Not that grab. That grab, right? And that's because those two things make you sub in place. Now, the reason why I have not said combo buffering is because combo buffering drops the combo. There are specific jutsus where you can combo buffer. For example, if you're rocking Gara with Sand Shower, then combo buffering becomes an option because you can combo after it. Yeah? So it becomes an option. But if you not combo, jutsu buffering, sorry, because the jutsu you can combo after the jutsu after the sound shower hits, it becomes an option, right? But if you're using Inferno Fireball, Mifune's another one, you can combo after it, so his becomes an option. But if you're using Inferno Fireball, like, unless you got a strike back, and even then it's not guaranteed, right? They're out now. You've opened the door from your combo, they're gone. For no reason as well. You just let them go, right? I'm not subbing anyone who combo buffers me quickly. Like, I'm out of the combo. I'm now taking a lot less damage than I would have taken before, right? Whereas if you combo buffer and grab buffer, I still have the option of comboing you after. If he doesn't sub, right, or if I don't sub, so you can just keep going. If I don't sub, he still has the option. Okay, it's lagging. Isn't anything. There we go. He still has the option of continuing his combo, right? Like, he still has that option. On top of that, if he really wants to make me sub, he can also pop a down pill. So he's got the option of popping a down pill after it, right? Which will make me more inclined to sub, because I'm not trying to deal with that. You see my health bar? I'm not trying to deal with that. So I'm going to be more inclined to sub for that reason. You see what I'm saying? So this is the mistake that a lot of players make. You want to keep them in a combo unless they make you come out the combo. For example, if he's comboing me, right, just combo me, and I deploy Naruto and he doesn't hit him, fuck Mifune's third hit, and he doesn't hit him, right? Then he have to go, oh shit, I gotta drop the combo. This is where what he tends to do. Here's a thought. Is this? He'll dash grab you, right? If he thinks that you're gonna interrupt him, that's what he'll do, right? That's why he will drop the combo for that reason, right? But again, ideally, unless you have to, you don't want to drop the combo, right? You want to keep them in the combo. That's why if you are comboing someone, this, right? That's what you want to use, yeah? Those are the two things you want to use just for purely that reason. Now, continuing on, right? Sub traps. You want to use those two things for sub traps. There's like other stuff you can do, but again, we're keeping it simple, right? Using those two things for sub traps as well. Something that you can also use as a sub trap is dashing. You can just dash, right? Like, it takes a lot of chakra, yes, but if you are a beginner, right, and you don't really know how to combo buffer or grab buffer like that, which you're not going to, you can just dash. Even jump dashing saves you some chakra as well. So jump dashing is probably more efficient for you, right? Because jump dashing, you use less chakra than grounded dashing. So just jump dash. Just jump dash. Did it? Jump dash. If they sub and you don't catch them, you will still bounce off their guard. Then if you bounce off their guard, so just sub the second hit, yeah? Boom, you can go to a jutsu. If you bounce off the guard, right? And then that can then, so you're going from comboing straight into pressure. Right? So if you do it again and then I keep thinking you just block after you sub. Boom, go straight into pressure. I can go into my mix-up things, the same thing I was talking about. Boom, break the guard, bam, there we go again. Yeah? So, jump dashing is still good. I jump dash. He jump dashes all the time. Right? But, you know what I mean? There's also levels. If you got the comboing and the grab buffering, you can go from there. And then that will then allow you to, if they don't sub, you still got your combo. If they do sub, you got your sub trap. Yeah? This is why I like Hashirama, because you can combo after his grab. So that means I'm more inclined to grab and I can still combo you. I can put you back on the floor after Hashirama's grab. Again, these are the levels now. Now you're building on it. You're getting more advanced. Using the fundamental level of keeping them in a combo, but now you're doing it in a very advanced way. Yeah? So that is what I mean when I'm talking about combo buffering, grab buffering, all the rest of it. Those are the main ones you want to use. We'll get to jutsu buffering and the purpose of that, but that is more of a neutral thing, which we'll go into. Yeah. So yeah, we spoke about the resources. So that's how you drain the subs, right? Now, how do you drain the supports? Now, if somebody doesn't want to use their subs, what do they resort to? Their supports, right? This is where delaying your combos works wonders, because if they have an annoying jutsu, you are safer. You are more inclined to jump out of your combo. It's a lot easier, right? Because the gap where it takes you to jump out widens, so you have more time. So delaying your combos is amazing. Even on guard, it's amazing, right? Which we'll get back into because I forgot to say that. But delaying your combos, sick. Yeah. It allows you to, you don't know when they're going to do it, you jump out, you're safe, you're chilling. You drop the pressure, but you took a support with you. You've done your job. Remember I told you the purpose is different. Your purpose isn't always the damage. It's the resources first, the damage comes after. Right? If you delay them too much, that's on you. Right? That's on you. If you delay them too much, then obviously it won't come out. See, look, if I delay it, nothing, right? But you won't ever drop the combo by delaying it. It doesn't matter who you pick. Doesn't matter who you pick, right? It will always combo. Yeah. The delay in your combos it makes you more safer. There's not like you're so much safer. Even if you have multiple hitting moves, right? You're a lot safer when you jump out your combos, right? So you can react to someone pops a pain support or pops. Do you know what I mean? If you see someone has an annoying support, boom, I'm out. Yeah. What's the fastest grounded support that you can think of for the start off? What's the fastest? Pain's up there?
Danzo.
Danzo's up there. Danzo's juicy comes out hella quick.
Mifune, but his hitbox is whack.
Exactly, Cocotier. Oh, I'm gonna call you Emma. You need to learn how long you can delay them, though, because it depends on the character. Exactly that. Each character has different delay times, so this is where you can go into the lab and just delay your combos. See how long it takes. Like if you press circle and it doesn't come out, and you took too long. Yeah. So just delay your combos. Yeah. So
Ooh, quick side note though.
You're gone.
With delaying combos, yeah, you need to be careful because if you delay it too much, your jump will get locked. And you'll think, oh, I got a misinput or what, but sometimes when you delay your combo too long, so like you see when Sasuke retracts his sword,
yeah,
I cannot jump.
Yeah.
So it will lock your jump.
So yeah, so that is mindful as well. So if you are delaying it too long and you don't get the next animation, I think it locks everything. See, even I'm jumping there, nothing works. Yeah. So make sure you're careful, right? But it's still, this is where again you got to know how long it takes for you to delay your combo. Yeah, that's what you got to know, right? So now we've talked about the supports. Obviously there's other ways. For example, if certain characters have big hitboxes, like for example Mifune's third hit, you know, so maybe if what E might do is that he might do the normal 2 hits of Mifune, so he might go mash mash, and then he might delay the third hit because he knows that the hitbox is big, so if they deploy a support here, it will hit them, right?
Yo,
so you can also
hit is mad.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So he can delay at certain points. You don't have to delay all of the hits. You can delay certain points. You can go mash mash mash, delay mash mash mash, or you can go delay into mash, or mash mash mash, delay the rest. Do you know what I mean? Play around with it. Yeah, and those will make it so those support. So worst case scenario, you'll jump out, you'll be safe. Best case scenario, you'll interrupt them. Don't have to worry about it. Yeah. Now that you've dealt with the subs, you've dealt with supports. Now you deal with the health bar, right? So you catch them. Yeah. You catch them in a combo. Now you want to do as most damage as you can get. Obviously, if you have a ultimate, then you might go for the ultimate. You know, your damage, your up tags, your defense down, pill, whatever it is, right? But let's take away from the ultimate right now, right? Let's just talk about comboing, yeah? Now, a lot of people make the mistake where they combo them and they put them in the air. You want to keep your opponent grounded. Why? Because you get more damage. If I go do this, look, bap, and I do this and I dash, I'm still getting off a lot of damage here, right? I'm still getting off a lot of damage here. Yeah, that's almost a bar. That's ultimate damage, right? Even if I do this, look, what, George, bang bang, straight into down combo. Yeah, look at the damage. Look, that's a lot of damage. Even I can even add that after it. That's a lot of damage, right? But if he was to go into a juggle, sorry, so do Naruto's up combo, start a juggle basically with Naruto or something. So from here, look, like it's less now. Like he's got to use more resources. He's got to chakra dash more often, so you're using more chakra, right? He doesn't have access to all of his combos. Obviously, Naruto, he has this thing where he whiffs a few, then goes into cutscenes, but he still whiffed a few hits, right? So he doesn't have access to all of his combos. He's got to juggle now, so he's got to use more chakra, right? Look, he's still getting off damage, but by now, I'm telling you, bar would have been gone by now. And look at the chakra he's using. I chakra dashed once. Yeah? I chakra dashed once and got off that damage. Yeah, so you want to keep them grounded, like that's what you want. Be mindful of who you're doing it with. For example, Sasuke, if I'm doing max damage combos and I'm not prepared to ultimate, I'm not picking Sasuke, right? Because his combo damage is so low, right? This is where people go, oh, but Sasuke has an infinite. Sasuke is good for when you're trying to drain subs, right? Or you're trying to get a support. Yeah, as you've established, if you counter switch, he can interrupt you, right? If you do a support, he can interrupt you, right? But damage wise, combo damage, his combo damage is very, very low. He does not have high combo damage. You can even demonstrate if you want to eat, right? The last Sasuke doesn't have high combo damage. Yeah, look, that's one cycle. That's 2 cycles. But look, Naruto would have cleared you by now, right? You see, that's 3. You see what I mean? Yeah. So you need to be mindful of when you do catch someone on themselves. What are you doing it for? No, Sasuke's damage comes from his ultimate and his jutsu, along with, like, you know, the fact that he can pop a pill, bust an ultimate, or pop a pill, do a fireball. You know what I mean? That's where it comes from, right? But it doesn't come from the infinite. So you need to be mindful of where your damage is at. Yeah. So I'm just gonna kill you. So again, keep them grounded to get your max damage. Don't put them in the air. This is for max damage purposes only, right? Now, what is happening once you're comboing someone? The one thing that's happening is that their subs and their supports are coming back. Yeah. Now, this is another mistake that people make. When they see their subs coming back, they drop the combo because they think, oh, it's gonna sub out of it anyways. No. Again, the golden rule. You want to keep them in the combo for as long as possible. You have to make them make that lose-lose choice. If their sub is coming back, they got to choose. I've taken all this damage already. Do I waste the sub and be back on 0 subs for around 15 seconds? Because it takes 15. If you don't touch that person, it takes around like 14-15 seconds for their sub to come back, I believe, right? Or do I don't sub and take the damage? Yeah. Now this is where again you can start setting up your sub traps, right? You can still do this. This is where juggling, you might go into juggling here, right? Because now their subs are coming back, so you can do this. You can get off grabs. If you got pain, you can get off a pain tilt, right? It opens up doors for certain things now, right? So now you're not really focused on the max damage, you're more focused on the potential sub trap. Yeah, so now you can go into juggling. You're still gonna know juggling as well, because if, let's say, you hit them, let's say I punish him with a paper bomb and then boom, he gets a strike back. He's in the air now, so I'm still gonna have to be able to keep him in a combo efficiently, so I have to juggle here. So they're in the air. So you're still gonna need to learn juggling. I'm not saying don't learn it, I'm not saying it's not good. I'm saying that if you do catch them on the floor, do not willingly put them in the sky because now you have to put in more effort, which means there's more mistakes that you can make, more resources you have to use. Don't make things easy for yourself. Don't make things hard for yourself. Keep them grounded. Utilize your sub traps. You know, do your combos. Blah blah. Right? You still get off a lot of damage, as you've seen. Yeah. So keep them in a combo. Keep them grounded. If their subs are coming back, make them choose. Do I wait? Do I use my last sub and wait 15 seconds for my sub to come back? Because remember, that's 15 seconds. That means you've got 15 seconds to catch them again. So if you've used your chakra, you charge chakra, that's going to take like what? Let's say 3 seconds for your chakra to go to full, and then you chase them down again. If you catch them again, boom, same scenario. I've caught you in a combo, your subs are coming back, you got to choose. And again, this is how your snowball effects come in. You're constantly making them choose. Sub, damage. Which one do I do? Do I take the damage and don't sub, or do I sub and run away? Do I trust my running away skills to run away enough for my subs to come back? Most people don't, so they take the damage, and then boom, you've just widened the gap. Now, if you want to, you can run away if you really wanted to. Do you see what I'm saying? Now the flow of the game is in your way. But as soon as you drop that combo, right? So I want you to sub my kunai, right? as soon as you drop this combo, so let's say I'm hitting him, right? Let's say I drop that combo. He's got a sub back now. His subs are gonna come back pretty soon as well, the rest of them, right? He's able to get his chakra back as well. He's in a better scenario because you dropped the combo. Whereas if, say, sub again. If I put him in that lose-lose situation, so you might even die. Just okay, do it to me. Do it to me. So yeah, so just combo me. I'm gonna sub you. Just keep combo me. So by putting him in that lose-lose, putting me in that lose-lose situation, boom, I've got to now run away for this length of time where he can't, where I don't want to get hit by him. Look, my subs are still not coming back, right? I've got to, like, if he catches me once, and even then, like I said, time run out. If he catches me once, I'm in the same position again. Like, do you see what I'm saying? So you don't want to stop that combo. You want to make them choose. And on top of that, you saw the damage this man was doing. This man, he popped both pills. He wasn't wasting no time. So you want to keep your opponent grounded. Keep it simple, right? You don't want to always go into a juggle. You don't want to always put them in the air. You want to keep it grounded. You know, utilize your tags and your pills to make them sub, and you go from there. And that's basically the fundamentals to comboing. So if you have any questions from here, or if E wants to input, then feel free.
Now I got nothing. Only with one hit jutsu buffers, yeah. Like you said, people always with like I see in, like you said, I see in tournament and with veteran players, yeah. Like when I play people, the mistake they make is thinking that I'm gonna sub, because you know that I don't sub, because people just drop the combos for free anyway, so I get out for free. People always try and predict when you're gonna sub, or will do a one hit jutsu buffer to set up a sub trap. You can only do that if you can accurately read your opponent. If you can't, then you shouldn't go for it. Yeah. Or the only other time you should go for it is when you have strike back. So even if they don't sub, you can still convert after the strike back. But like RJ said, even that is not guaranteed because they can deny it.
Exactly.
So what I'd recommend is doing it with someone that has a stun as a jutsu. So, you know, PTS Gara, 10-10, Mifune. So either way, you're getting the damage off. You're either getting a sub trap or you're getting damage. You know?
Exactly. So yeah. Like I said, this is from a basic level. There are levels to it where you can build on it, like how E does with his E team, where he will do Mifune's jutsu, combo with Sasuke, go back into Mifune, bust another jutsu. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, there's ways that you can advance this, but you will have to have that understanding first, right? And that's where a lot of people have. How do you counter subs while hitting in the air? You have less ways of countering a sub in the air. If someone sub dashes you in the air combo, you're probably gonna get hit unless you got like a defense combo, because you can't. That's like the best way to go about it. You gotta preempt the sub, but he can't react to me. Like, that's not like it's not happening. If he dashes in the air and he preempts it, cool, but it's not like unless I fuck up like that, it's not happening. Like, if he doesn't think I'm gonna sub, like, he has no clue, like, I'm hitting him. Like like it's happening.
Yeah, the only thing you can do is switch dodge, but you have to time it perfectly.
Yeah. So you're unsafer in the air as well. So that's why usually, if you're in an air combo with someone, like, you know, the air combo battles where someone hits you, you sub, then they hit you, they sub. The person with the most sub wins, essentially, right? So if I was to hit him and he subs me, sorry, just sub and dash, and I do it, and I'm in the air, then he does it. Like, I'm gonna, like, he's run out now, so I win. You see what I'm saying? That's usually how the air battle goes. RJ, can you explain the situation where you sub in the air and when you sub in the ground? What do you mean?
I think he means when you sub in place and when you sub behind your opponent, I'm assuming.
Is he talking about how it happens? If your opponent is in the air, you will sub in the air. Right? Like, if your opponent is in the air, and this goes, I don't even have a character that can explain, that can show this, because there are some characters where their combos, they jump, right? If you sub that point, you will sub in the air as well, even though it's a circle combo. If you sub a projectile, so that could be kunai, jutsu, certain points in a combo, like if someone has projectiles in a combo, so like for example Itachi throws kunai is in his combo, Sarada throws it in their combo, Mei throws pellets, like anyone with their projectile, right, you will sub. Well, it's kind of weird because if you sub Mei's pellets, and you are her, you will sub behind her because the pellets count as an attack. But if you sub Mei's pellets and they switch, then you will sub in place, and that's what you'll sub above. If you directional sub, you will stay on the floor, but you will just sub to on the side. If you're in the air and you're directional sub, then you'll be in the air, but you'll just sub to a side. Yeah, like that's how it goes. Yeah, that's kind of like the rule behind subbing. A projectile or someone that isn't you. So if I was to buffer, even though that's not a projectile, it's not me. So they sub in place. But if they was to, see that I sub in place. If I directional sub, so just do it again. I'll directional sub. Come on. Like, it's whatever, I give up. Then you will sub to the side, essentially. That's kind of like how that works. Is a regular dash confirmed as a stun? Wait, is regular dash confirmed after stun in the air? What do you mean? Is regular dash confirmed after stun? I'm guessing that means stun in the air.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
I don't understand. Is it me or combo buffer cancels some recovery? For example, when your opponent air dashes you without a sub. Oh, so does it make it so they have less stun time? Is that what you're talking about? Without a sub. Oh, so what? The stun time goes up. Is that what you're talking about? Like they're stunned for longer. Is that what you feel? Like they get stunned for a longer duration of time? If that's what you're asking, then no, it's the same. Because if I was to do this, it's the same stun. If you was to do it with Sasuke, it's the same stun. RJ, do you think ninja dash buffers are useful at all? No, I don't. Like, I know people, what some play do, they do that and then they go into a ninja dash, ninja move kunai, like that. Neutrally, it can be good for sub traps, I'll be honest. Like, if you have a neutral based playstyle and like you're hitting someone, let's say you're not really trying to fight or whatever, or let's say they whiff an attack, so in Sasuke's case, like he can do a grab into that, then, you know, you could argue that it could be okay for, you know, putting people into sub traps, but outside of that, I wouldn't say so. I would say it's only good for if you're trying to put someone in, if you have like a setup involving that, right, where they will sub the kunai. If they sub at the wrong time, then, you know, it can be useful in that sense. Can you do a regular dash after you sub someone in the air? Yeah, you can sub someone in the air and then dash. That's what me and E was doing. You know, we did the air combo and then I switched, subbed, and then dashed him straight. Yeah, that's the air. You can dash after that. What if you're on 0 subs and your opponent has subs? Would you go into an air combo might be better than a ground combo? Well, no, because then you would use more subs. No, more resources, sorry. You would use more resources. By staying on the ground, you use less. Even if they have no subs, they're going to get their resources back. You need to be prepared for that. You can't think about in the moment. You need to think like 5 steps ahead. If you've put them in the air and you've used all your chakra, right, their stuff's coming back. By the time you finish doing what you're doing, right, you're gonna have nothing, and they're gonna have their stuff back. And now they've got the advantage, right? So you gotta think steps ahead. You can't think just in the present.
Yo man said basically if E air dashes you on your guard, I feel like the combo buffer comes out quicker than solo combo. That genuinely depends on the character, because some characters' first hit comes out quicker than others. So for example, Jirobo has a slow first hit, Last Sasuke has a quick one. So if I was to dash on RJ's guard and he try matches me with Jirobo and I do it with Last Sasuke, I will win because Sasuke's first hit comes out quicker. But if we were to use the same characters, RJ should win because I have to do more inputs.
Yeah, so he has to buff, smash, switch, like.
Yeah. But all RJ has to do is literally, as soon as he touches my guard, press circle. So in that situation, he would win if he had the same characters.
Plus, when it comes to guard break, and this is where having an advantage and not having an advantage comes into play, a bit of like frame data stuff. If someone bounces off your guard, technically it is no longer their turn. If I was to mash and he was to mash, it would come down to the range of the person, right? But I can still do something before he can, because he's got to recover from bouncing off my guard. I don't. I just got to recover from the block stun, right? This is where it becomes down to the range. A lot of people go, oh, this person's first hit is faster, so he wins. Not really. Like, Sasuke's first hit is good, right? But if he goes up against, for example, Fan Madara, and he whiffs his attack, because Fan Madara's range is further, like, it has more range, then Sasuke will lose that mash. But if they're in close, if they're this close, and they mash at the same time, then Sasuke might win because this is faster. So you gotta factor in the range as well as the speed. Yeah? That's what you gotta factor in, the range as well as the speed. It's not like a guaranteed thing. For example, Sasuke's attack is bigger. Like Orochimaru's attack is shit. Look, like it's not. There's not much range on it. There's no right. Do you know what I mean? It's quick. So like for example, if we was to match from like here, right? So I'm gonna say 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1, go. Sasuke's attack is better. Sasuke's the first hit. People will tell you is better, but I just won that. Do you see what I'm saying? And that's just because mine is faster. But if I was to mash here and then he did it, look, he beat me. So it comes down to range, speed and faster. People will tell you Sasuke's first hit is broken, which is good, don't get me wrong, right? But again, it comes to factors into speed. If you're in my range, my mash range, then I will beat Sasuke. But if you're not in my mash range, then Sasuke wins. Yeah? So you gotta factor in those things. One more combo tip that Poison mentions are playing. Know which combo to use, like combos to create distance if you want to gather chakra or subs, or the ones that leave you on the ground before you. Well, yeah, exactly that. If you want to go, for example, let's take Sasuke for example. If you want to go for a mix, like a wake up option, that you can put them on the ground and then go for a buffer. If you want to create some distance, you can go for that. So let's say you got low resources, you might do the whole combo just to get the knockback, and then you go from there. Yeah. Similar, the same thing with grabs. If I want to get you away from me, I might pick Orochimaru, then go for a setup from here. Do you see what I'm saying? If I have somebody that knocks them away, then I might go from there. Do you see what I'm saying? So again, you got to know what you're doing essentially.
That's a good point. Team mentioned. He said if you have no subs, yeah, and you have subs. So if I have no subs, so if you just throw a shuriken at me, and then I go into air combo, would that be better? In certain situations it is. So like if I get you an air combo and then you try sub and get me,
yeah,
time's gonna run out. That's actually good because I can literally dash, do a dash class and then run away. But I've burned a sub, RJ hasn't burned any of mine.
What do you mean?
So if you get me to 0 subs, and then when I get you into air combo, sub and dash me, boom. Now
yeah, but what if I don't sub? It's still, in my opinion, you're still at the disadvantage because you don't know when I'm going to sub. You have to guess. True,
but yeah, just sub and dash me anytime.
Okay, see, that's what I mean. Like you can't. This isn't a reactable thing. Like there's no way.
I literally just reacted it. But yeah, like it's not a beginner thing for sure.
I would still argue that you're at a disadvantage because even if I sub clash, so just do it then.
Yeah.
Do it then. Oh my god, I don't have subs. Hold on, yeah, I do now. I can still switch you here. I can still switch you here. I can still do a jutsu here. Like if I know you're gonna dash me, I'm just gonna do that because that's the only option you have. So because I have more options than you, that's your only one option. So I'm gonna cater towards that. So I would still argue that you're at a disadvantage here. Even if, let's say, okay, fine, you don't get the direct punish, like I don't get to hit you, and I get a dash clash, I've still escaped your combo, and 2, you're still in a situation where you have to get away from me. So I would still argue that you are at a disadvantage. I still think that it's still beneficial you being here, because if you're talking about safety, just delay your combos. If you have an infinite, then do that. But if you're talking about safety of getting away, I can still delay my combos and do a dash. I can still do a dash switch. I still got all the options that you just mentioned in the air, but I'm on the ground. So I'm safer. I also have access to counter. I don't have access to counter up here. I have access to counter switch here. So you're still safer on the floor. So I would still argue it's still better to stay on the floor. If you have it's good for if you have options in the air. So let's say, I don't know, you're in a strike back, you catch someone slipping and they jump. Then yes, I agree, because it's still a safer option. But if you have the choice to stay grounded or be in the air, safety related, it's best to stay on the floor. Because you're safer on the floor. Your feet's on the floor. You have access to counter switch here if you want. So if you got counter switch here, you can do whatever you want. You have access to everything. But from here, now you've lost some choices. You don't have... You've got less options. I think I've missed some things. I feel like if you do a combo only when you catch your opponent in the air for some reason, like, oh, I think you read that. Tilt after blocking a hit or projectile does actually work. Yeah, that's called air tilting. So if you block anything in the air, doesn't matter what it is, it could be a kunai, jutsu, dash. If you block anything in the air, then you can tilt. You just have to buffer in the tilt, basically. So if he throws kunai in the air, or I don't know, a fireball, jutsu, whatever it is, so just throw kunai or whatever it is. Yeah. When I'm like, you can still get a tilt off. You just got to buffer in the tilt. See, you can still do it.
So
Doesn't matter what it is.
as soon as the hits your guard, just tilt.
Yeah, basically. So yeah. Whose turn after? If I stay grounded with 0 subs and my opponent does a jump tag after they sub, how do I deal with that? After they sub? Well, if you delay your combos, you can block the jump tag. If I delay my combos, right? So you just when you sub, do like a directional jump and throw a tag. Sorry, I do again. I'm still safer here. It's a good option on them, to be fair, because that is an option that you do. But if you delay your combos, then go from there. You also need to be mindful of animation. There are people who are safer because their animation is longer. No, cancel what I said. There are people who are safer because their animation is shorter. There are people who are unsafe because their animation is longer. For example, right? You know how sometimes you press a circle once but you get multiple hits? Let's take Sage Mode Hashirama. His third hit, he does a long ass animation. That's why people like the buffer, right? Because it's a long ass animation. But if you sub that third hit, he is stuck in that. He can't jump until the animation is done. So he becomes unsafe as a character. You have to accommodate for it. Switch, counter switch, whatever. You have to do something to make yourself safe. But you can't just jump because you're locked into that long ass animation. Whereas he done, for example, he doesn't have that. You press circle, he swings once. You press circle, he swings once. So he becomes safer. So it also accommodates into how long the animation is as well, right? This is safe. This is really safe. But that second hit where he goes bap bap, a bit more unsafe. The kick, one kick, that's safe. Boom, that's a lot safe. You see what I'm saying? You have to accommodate for how long the animation is. Mifune is a safe character. He doesn't swing that much. But that's 3 circles. It's 3 circles, 3 hits. Mifune is a very safe character. That's why E likes him. Alright? You will never catch E playing anyone with a long animation. It's long. Like, he doesn't like it for that reason. Right? It's those quick swings. That's what you got to accommodate for as well. What topic have you missed? Comboing. I went over the fundamentals of comboing and now I'm just answering questions before I get into neutral, because neutral's huge. But RJ is kind of right because he can sub block then dash instead. Oh yeah, we're talking about the air combo. Someone asked GE, he said, when Street Fighter 6 comes out, will you see any content on it for me?
Bro, I'm trying to get into the closed beta, bro. So yeah, that game looks sick. I might have to jump into Tekken as well. But yeah, if I do like
Tekken,
it,
you're
then yeah,
stepping on my shoes.
bro. Did you see the trailer? The graphics though,
Yeah.
the hit sparks. It looked too good. It looked too good, man.
So shorter combos are better, not shorter combos, less not better or worse, should I say. Just because you have a long animation doesn't mean that you have a bad combo, right? You just got to know the pros and cons. That's all.
Basically, RJ saying shorter animated combos are better for jump cancels, thus making you safer, thus making your character safer.
Yeah.
So Mifune is a safer character than Hashirama. So because I like playing safe characters and I have a safe playstyle and I'm less neutral dependent, Mifune would be better for my playstyle than Hashirama. But let's say you're a player that likes controlling the neutral, Hashirama will be better suited for you because he controls the neutral really well with his IC3 and his IC3 buffer.
Yeah, so if you like combo, long animations are more favorable for like combo buffers because there's more going on. So if you're someone who likes the combo buffer a lot in the neutral, then Hashirama would be better for you. But if you're somebody who maybe likes to mash, let's say, right, then you might go for somebody with a shorter time just to make yourself a bit safer on the mash.
Bro, yeah, literally, it looks like we're entering a golden era for fighting games, man. Oh yeah, Q just tweeted out that Storm 5 will be announced on Sunday, RJ.
Well, apparently the
Yeah,
announcement for Stom4 is getting held back because they're adding in something big.
that's what I heard. I was meant to do a video on it, so I'll probably do a video on it like in the next 2 days. But like they're adding a feature in it,
Mm.
so I was thinking it was netcode. But what if it's selectable strike back and jutsus for like all characters? So
I
you
mean,
know
I don't
how
think that's a big change though. If he's expressing that is huge, I don't think that would be
yeah,
big enough.
yeah, I agree. But I don't know what it could be though. I have literally no idea.
I don't know. You will. So yeah, so we'll get into the neutral game. This is gonna be a long topic. I'm not gonna lie to you. Neutral game is gonna be a very, 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 very long topic. Yeah. So neutral. First, what is neutral? I did a video on this. Alright. But you got to explain what neutral is. Neutral is controlling the space between you and your opponent. So you see this space between me and
Come
E,
on.
this area, that is what I need to control. That I need to control him and me. If I want him close to me or far away from me, that's neutral. That's what neutral is about, right? You have reasons for it. For example, locking E down stops him from moving, so I'm controlling that. And then me walking close to him, I'm now controlling. I'm shortening the space. So I lock him down, stop him from moving. I'm approaching him. I'm making the space between me and E like shorter. I'm controlling that space because I want to get in. So I make it shorter. That way I can start my pressure. I keep out. I want him to stay far away from me. So I put up hurdles for him. And I'm moving backwards at the same time. So I'm knocking him away and I'm moving away from him, thus widening the gap. I'm controlling the space. Yeah, that is what neutral is about. A lot of people think neutral is just spamming jutsu and running. Right? That's not neutral. That is a neutral playstyle, but that is not the neutral. It's just controlling the space. Everybody, every playstyle plays neutral. Even in your guard pressure, you play neutral. As soon as I do this, I'm in neutral. See, I'm standing here. I'm in neutral. The same thing I was talking about. This thing here. I'm in neutral. You can't do this without being in neutral. Actually, no, I lied because you can hold a step. So I lied. But you get my point. If you ninja move out, as soon as you ninja move out, this is a neutral thing. You're back. Like, I'm in neutral now. Yeah. Like these are. Do you know what I mean? That's what neutral means. Yeah. You can't guard pressure without going into neutral. Like neutral is bouncing between guard pressure, comboing and neutral play, right? Like nobody just sits in combos and that's it. Like you're constantly going back and forth from neutral and not neutral, right? Take your character's mannerism as a guide for that. If you're able to see Orochimaru rest his chin on his hand, you're in neutral. Yeah, that's the best way I could tell it to you. Yeah. So that being said, how do we play the neutral game? So this is again a foundation. Yeah. So there's again, you can build on this, but I'm just giving you the foundation, the base, the very basic the way you can build on. The infinite guard, right, is a core play style to neutral. Why is it core? Because you can do anything from the infinite guard. Now, for those of you who don't know what the infinite guard is, I will explain it to you, well, I will show it to you as soon as the time runs out. Right? So what I want you to do is I want you to keep dashing me. Yeah? You can more.
My bad.
Mixing up spark dashes. So me and E could do this forever, and my guard won't break. Yeah, if me and E was to do this for the rest of the 90 seconds, my guard would break. The reason why, and this is again in Poison's video, is your guard has a health regeneration. For as long as I don't hold block, my guard's health goes up. So if E stops dashing me now, yeah, and I don't hold block, if I hold block, it will stop. But if I don't, right now my guard's health is going up. Yeah, it will go like, so by now I would probably say it's on either purple or green. To gone. I can't see it. Is it still on red? Gone. It's still on red, so I have to wait longer than that. It's because I held block. But the guard regeneration, your health actually goes up on the guard. Yeah. For as long as I don't hold block. If I hold, even if E doesn't touch me, if I press block, it will stop. Right? But if I don't press block, the guard's health will go up. Right? And that allows you to always have that 1% health on guard. Right? The way that he beats this is if he layers his attacks. If he layers his attacks, so double dash, dash jutsu, dash kunai, you know, hit into hit, and he'll break the guard, essentially. See how now it was green? It's because it went up, right? So if we do it again, once it hits red, then just layer it. Yeah, so once it goes to red, just layer it. So I'm going to do the infinite guard again. Go on. Boom, it breaks. Yeah? So now a lot of people mistake this for a defensive thing, yeah, because it's about guarding and walking away. They mistake it for a defensive thing. Yes, I'm not gonna lie, it is easier to use in a defensive way, but you can use this in an oppressive way, right? Now, if I was to use it to approach someone, yeah, to E, what I want you to do is switch to Sasuke and do the fireball. Just spam fireball. Block that. Block that. Block that. Yeah? I can constantly I can block it. Even when I'm low, I can constantly block this. Yeah? Right? If I'm approaching, I can block this. Now, I told people if someone is zoning you, I invented a new way of approaching your opponent. I call it spiraling in. Right? If you walk to the side, if you see I'm getting closer, all I'm doing is walking to the side and I'm getting closer. You see how the gap is closing in? By doing this, if he was to mash anything, so just do spam jutsu again. Yeah. I dodge anything he throws at me. This isn't just a fireball. I'm getting closer to him, but I'm dodging everything he's throwing at me, and I'm getting closer to you. Right? Now, there are certain things that will clip me, right? Because walking doesn't dodge everything, but it dodges, like jutsu-wise it does. But there are certain jutsus that will interrupt me. This is where the infinite guard comes in. If someone is using a wide jutsu, block that, keep whiffing. Block that, keep whiffing. Right? Better still, let's mix it up even further. Dash, stop, block that, spiral in, block that, dash, stop. Do you see what I'm saying? You can still utilize it to approach your opponent in an aggressive way. Yeah? So it's not primarily a defensive tool, but it's something that you can use as a oppressive tool as well. Yeah? Don't mistake it. Neutral is nothing. Think about neutral like water, right? I always say this to people. Neutral, no matter what you add to water, it will become that color. Yeah? If I add the color red to water, it will become red. Neutral is the same thing. If you see neutral as a defensive thing, you would treat it like a defensive thing. If you see neutral as an aggressive thing, you would treat it like an aggressive thing. But if you see neutral as a neutral thing, you would treat it like it's a neutral thing. Where's that walking speed tier list? Everybody walks at the same speed. Nobody walks faster than someone else. Everybody walks at the same speed. Where the speed increase comes from is who's approaching your opponent. For example, E, walk away from me. Just walk. Try and get away from me just for walking. Yeah? E.
You.
Try and get away from me just for walking. Like, try and get away from me. Like, don't let me catch you. If I just hold down to E, I will run faster than him. Yeah? Like, if you see Orochimaru is gaining on him, there's not, like, he can't, do you know what I mean? Like, he's not happening. If I'm all the way over here and he tries to catch me now, so you try to catch me now, just for walking. Come for me, right? He will catch me. Like, he will close the gap. Like, I can't do anything to get away from him walking wise. Like, there's no walk speed. It doesn't matter if I'm Minato or whoever. You see how he's closing the gap? I can't. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's no specific character has a unique running speed where they run faster than someone else, right? Look, see, look, I can't. Same characters, even if he was to flip it, like, no one character has a specific running speed where they run faster than each other. The person in this game, whoever is approaching, moves faster than not. So I want you to backdash, Ian. When I say go, yeah, I want you to backdash. Yeah, 3, 2, 1, go. You see? Even chakra dashes, yeah? Whoever is approaching moves faster than whoever is retreating. Right? In this, the reason why is because it makes it hot. It's supposed to make it so you can never run forever. That's why if you're running, you have to put up barricades. Yeah? If I was to ninja move forward, right? If I was to ninja move forward like this, I would catch E who's ninja moving backwards. Yeah? Every character, like, if you're approaching your opponent, you move faster than if you're retreating. If you leave, you move slower in every way. Yeah, that's how you go. So it's not about walking speed. Yeah. Moving on from there. What was I talking about? Neutral. What did I talk about? I talked about neutrals, controlling the space, infinite guard. That's it, infinite guard. Yeah. Now, let's take the infinite guard. Let's go back to the infinite guard. Yeah, because again, the infinite guard, what I want you to understand is the core of neutral. That is the core play style of neutral. Think about the infinite guard as a tree, right? The infinite guard is the tree trunk, and the branches are everything you get from the neutral, right? Everything stems from the infinite guard. Yeah. Yo, what's up, Seth? How are you, bro? Everything stems from the infinite guard, right? Now I'm gonna explain to you how. Right now, when you start doing this, you're gonna feel slow. You're gonna feel a bit stagnant. You're gonna find yourself walking around a lot. You're gonna feel slow, but that's okay. Once you get comfortable doing this, you will find your speed increasing, and you'll find yourself being more comfortable to ninja move and dash. But at first, you're gonna start off a bit slow, right? Because you're gonna be focusing on it. You're gonna be thinking about it a lot, but it needs to sink in. Once it sinks in and it becomes normal for you, that's when you'll speed up, right? Doesn't matter, even if you're a good player, if you've not practiced this, you're gonna feel slow doing it at first, right? Just press XE.
Okay. But yeah, Guy does have the best movement in the game. You're not catching him. Dragon Ball Z character.
So let's go back to the infinite guard. Yeah. Now, the infinite guard isn't, you're not using it for the fact that the guard is infinite. It's a mix-up game. Think about it similar to guard pressure. It is a mix-up game in the neutral, right? So you keep dashing me again like you was doing before. So see the infinite guard as a safety net. Your safety net is, you know that your guard will not break if you only block one thing. It can be anything. Kunai, jutsu, as long as you block only one thing, right? It will not break. Yeah. So just dash me again. Yeah. So for this reason, this is where the mix comes from. If you know that they're gonna dash you, right? What's stopping you from doing this? Yeah. Let's go again. Keep dashing me again. The same way, I can do this. Yeah. It becomes a safe way of retreating. If I have a good tilt, if I have a good tilt, so keep going. Oh my god. If I have a good tilt, I can tilt here. Yeah? Think about it as you're replacing the guard with something else. You can replace it with a jutsu, a tilt, a grab if you have a good grab. Like, that's what you're doing essentially, right? Now, this isn't something that, again, you want to do all the time, because anyone who's knowledgeable will know, oh, he's using the infinite guard, I'm going to lay on my attacks now. Right? So it's something that you want to do maybe like once, like boom, block once, maybe block twice, or you might block once, walk away, do a jutsu. Yeah? So it's not something that you want to block like the whole game. You want to mix it up, right? Make it easy for you. You can go from a counter attack. You can do this in a defensive way or an aggressive way. Let's take the counter, for example, yeah? So keep dashing me. If I want to play defensive, boom, I can create the distance. Or if I want to add the switch in, yeah, go on. Oops. If I could still walk away is what I'm saying. But if I wanted to be aggressive with it, I can be aggressive with it. Same thing with the jutsu, right? So I want you to dash me and block you, yeah? Boom. I can turn it straight onto aggressive. The same thing. Dash, walk away, but instead of me walking away, I dash to him because I switched it up now. I'm now switching it up to now become aggressive. So you're retreating while giving that. No, I'm retreating while giving him a hurdle. I'm making it hard for him. I'm layering. I'm retreating, but I'm giving him something to worry about. If I just walk away, like, he's free reign to choose how he wants to approach me. If he wants to dash me, if he wants to do whatever, jutsu, dash behind, he has free reign to do anything. But if, for example, what I want you to do, yeah, is I want you to dash me twice. Pick Sasuke. I want you to dash me twice, and on the third hit, I want you to jutsu, yeah? So dash, jutsu. Fuck. I fucked it up. Do it again. Dash. I didn't switch. What I'm trying to say is because I'm messing up and I can't be asked. Just do the jutsu. That trades. Yeah? So I can again apply things to match whatever I'm doing. So if he's dashing me and I'm blocking, I can still do. I'm not doing damage with this, but I'm still giving him something to worry about. If he dashes me, so E, I want you to just keep dashing me. Screw it. If he keeps dashing me, I can still give him something to worry about with a dash. You see what I'm saying? Like, look, it still interrupts him. Yeah? So because it still interrupts him, it makes it harder for him to get me. Now you get people subbing you, right? For example, you want me to do this dash me once, I'm going to do a jutsu. I want you to sub my jutsu, so dash, sub the jutsu, and then when you sub, I want you to dash again. Yeah? Does that make sense? Because that might be a lot.
Yep.
Alright. Do you see what I'm saying? Now I made him go into an air dash. You can't stop an air dash. That's why my counter worked. You can't stop this. Like, I can't. You see what I'm saying? I can't block and stop an air dash. Yeah? So now I've layered it. I've got that distance from the counter now. He subbed the jutsu because he really wants to get me. I've hit off my counter. That also works for a jutsu. Same thingy. If he was to sub, then that jutsu would have hit him too. Yeah? So, again, you're using the infinite guard to give us to retreat safely and give him something to worry about. Just like I said, you can use it to get in. Yeah? You can use it to get in by spiraling in. You can use it in that sense. Right? Now, if you watch my video, I did a video talking about the mentality of the infinite guard. Right? Now, when you're close to someone, everybody has what I like to call an unreactable range. For example, right, E is not reacting to me here. It doesn't matter what I do. He's not. If I tell him to block my dash, right? I did this. There's a video of me doing this, right? I said, E, you can't pre-block my dash, yeah? So you can't guess when I block. You have to. Whenever I dash, you got to react. If you block, you lose, yeah? You can't, like. There's no, like. You know what I mean? You literally just got to block once and block my dash, yeah? It's not happening. There's no way. You cannot react to me here. But if I told E, you got to block my dash here. There's no pre-blocking. There's no... Do you know what I mean? You've got to purely react to me. You can only block once. You've got so much time, right? Now, there's a range limit to that. Now, good players, their unreactable range is a bit closer because most players can react from like here, right? So if I was to like dash E from here, he gets it. If I was to dash E from here, He gets it. You see what I'm saying? Because he knows it's coming, so you factor that in, but he's still able to do it. So everyone kind of has like this circle around him. Think about it like, you know, like Neji's circle, where if you come in, you know, he can react. You know what I mean? Or if you watch RJxHunterz, if you hit the end, you know what I mean? See it as that. Everyone has this circle around them where they can react. Yeah? So when you're talking about blocking, infinite guard, when you're close to them, your mindset becomes, I need to read you. I think you're going to do this. I think you're going to throw a jutsu out, so I need to pre-block. That's why you'll see people do this up close. But from here, I don't need to guess. Anything he does, I can react to. Doesn't matter what it is. If he jutsus, I can react to it. If he dashes me, I can react to anything he does. So you will never catch me doing this back here. There's no point. I understand everything. Yo, what's up, 10th? How are you, bro? Yeah? I can react to anything you do. Yeah? So so that's the mindset that you want to have when you're using the infinite guard. You might have to pre-block here because they're in your unreactable range, but as soon as they leave your unreactable range, then you know, okay, yeah, I can react to you here, I'm chilling. Yeah? And to improve your unreactable range, get a partner and just walk around him like this and then dash, so he just block whenever. Yeah? So just react to my dash when I block, yeah? So E, okay, I know, like, let's say I go, okay, E's able to react, so I come closer. I'm like, okay, E, react to me here then. Alright, yeah, cool, he's doing it. You see what I'm saying? Okay, E, let me get a bit closer. Can you react to me here? You see what I'm saying? Mix up the timing. I'm not telling him when, I'm just talking. Yeah? You say, okay, cool, I'm gonna come here, boss. You see what I'm saying? Right? That's how you can improve it. If you're over here and you're not doing it, then again, I'm not telling E when to do it, I'm just telling E to react to me. Yeah? So that's how you can improve it as well. Yeah, if you have someone or whatever, you can just do that. It's a nice little drill that you can do to improve your block times. Yeah. Obviously, in a match, there's more stuff to think about, so it's not gonna be like elite. He knows that I'm gonna dash him at some point. You see what I'm saying? But it's still a good practice to have. So yeah. So again, the infinite guard, that is the core playstyle of neutral. Yeah, because you can do anything. You can counterattack, approach, aggress, defend, anything, zone. Like, you can do anything with that. Yeah. Now we talk about the approach. Yeah. Now this is where a lot of people, aggressive players, will tell you that I'm an aggressive player. I like to aggress. I like to mash. I'm trying to fight you. This is a fighting game. I'm trying to fight. Yeah. But the most important thing, neutral wise, to an aggressive player is having a strong approach. Aggressive players don't do that. They're so focused on the guard pressure and the comboing that they don't forget about the neutral game. Naruto is mostly neutral. It is like Naruto arena fighters, not even Naruto. Arena fighters are more neutral than traditional fighters because of this space that we have. Traditional fighters don't have this space. Yeah, we have this space. We are always in neutral first before we are in taijutsu. There's so much space we have to account for, right? So if you want to be good at any arena fighter, you have to learn the neutral game. It's like learning combos before ground game in Tekken. If I play Tekken and I teach you the all combos, that's cool, but you're never going to get the combos against somebody who has a strong ground game. It's the same thing here. You can learn the guard pressure, you can learn the max damage combos, you can learn the swag, but if your neutral game isn't good, and that includes defense, as well as approaching, as well as zoning, as well as the spatial control, you're not going to ever get that combo. You're never going to get that guard pressure. You're not going to get that gel, you're not going to get that mix, you're not going to get none of that, right? Because you need one, if you can't catch someone, that's on you in my opinion, because in this game, as I said, you move faster going towards someone than coming away from someone. Yeah, you should be able to catch that person. If you can't, then you need to get better at doing that. I'll tell anyone that. Yeah, you need to get better at catching someone. So this is what we're going to talk about, right? We spoke about the core to neutral with the infinite guard, how to use it, all the rest of it, and then you can expand on it. Remember, this is from a very simple level, right? Just for the newer players. So I'm not going into depth for the advanced stuff. I'm just talking about it on a simple scale. Yeah. Now we're going to talk about how to approach your opponent, right? Just press XE. So this is why we need to talk about the properties of the dashes. Yeah. Now, E press X. E.
Alright. Yep.
Alright, there we go. So if I was to normal dash on the, like just a normal dash, triangle, square, yeah, what are the properties of this? Now, if I was to dash E, I'll go towards him here. But if E was to jump, so just double jump E, I'll go in the air. Yeah. Now, what's the properties of spark dashes? Because there's another one. This one here. If I was to go, if E was to jump, I'll meet him in the air. It's basically a faster version of the normal dash. If E was to jump and I spark dash, I'll go in the air. If E's on the floor, I'll go on the floor, right? So it's exactly the same as normal dashing. It's just a faster version. But then you have the hard dash. If E was on the floor, I'll go to E. But if E double jumps, hold on, I will stay on the floor. I will not go in the air. Now that is important to know, right? Because many people, they know about the hard dash and they use it for its speed, but they don't really actually understand how to use it. Now, what is the main way that people tend to run away? Double jump. Why are they double jumping? Again, always ask yourself why. Why? Because they want to air dash. If you air dash, you can't stop the dash. If you're on the floor, you can stop it. Yeah, but if I'm in the air, whether I was like this or whether I'm going ground to the air, I can't stop it, right? But here I can. Yeah, so that's why people jump, because if E was to dash me, right, when I'm in the air, so just dash me when I'm in the air, E, I can dodge it easy, not even hard, right? Better still, if I have an air jutsu, I can even punish him, right? That's why people double jump. Whereas if E was to hard dash towards me, right, go on E, look, he's on the floor. He can dash me again. So he wants to do is hard dash, stop, and then spark dash. Yeah. You see how like he's safely on the floor? Look, he punished that, by the way. I was holding block the whole time, right? You use the hard dash to get in close because you have more control over your dash. Yeah. So you use that. So when you're, that's what the hard dash is for. The hard dash is to give your opponent more control. Look, he's on the floor the whole time, yeah, because he can stop his dash. It gives you more control to catch people who are running away from you. People who like to do this, and then he switch like this. Look, he's got more control over it. Look, it doesn't matter what I do. Like, he's got more control. Yeah. Look, see, he even stopped it. I tried to bait the counter. I didn't even tell him. You fucking idiot. But I tried to bait him out with the counter and he stopped. I would have got hit right there. You see what I'm saying, right? If he was to normal dash me right there, he would have got hit by that counter. Yeah? So that's what the hard dash is for. Is to get you in safely, right? Hard dash a lot. Double dash with the hard dash if you need to. Yeah? Get in close. Once you get in close, now you need to get into the person. Think about the unreactable range. You want to get into that unreactable range. Once you get into that unreactable range, now you need to get to the person. So now you can do the other dashes, because the other dash gets to the person. The hard dash gets to where they are, but the normal dash and the spark dash now goes to the person. So hard dash into normal dash or spark dash is a very common way to catch people. It's very simple. Hard dash, get in close, then you need to get to the person. Yeah, hard dash, boom, spark dash. Now the issues that you will come with is, but he's kunai spamming me, which means if I hard dash, he interrupts my hard dash. This is why layering your attacks are important, right? This is why you need to do that. If I do this into this, then I can do it. If I have a fireball, I can do it behind the fireball, right? You need to layer your approach with jutsus and dashes. No one's gonna let you do something, but if you layer it, so again, in E's case, he has a fireball. You can hide behind the fireball. If he's not throwing kunai, so let's say he's trying to charge chakra, you wait to see your opening. Okay, he's charging chakra, boom, I can do it now. Do you see what I'm saying? You need to like go in from there. Like you need to adapt around like going in. Yeah, layer your attacks, layer your approach, know the qualities of your dashes as well. Know the qualities of your dashes, know the qualities of your approach, know how to do it, and then you can catch anyone. It's easy. Anybody you can catch. It's not hard at all.
Yeah, Seth, you can use infinite guard in conjunction with short hop. It won't break.
Yeah, so those are the main ways that you use your approaching. As a recap, hard dash, getting close. Once you get in close, connect to the person. Dash to the person, spark dash, go in from there. Yeah? That is the qualities. And layer it with your jutsus. Right? So let's say this is one layer, right? This is 2 layers. Yeah? So layer your approach, utilize your dashes correctly, and you'll catch anyone. Anybody. This, if they're double jumping you, if they're tilt switching you, anything. You utilize your walking as well with the infinite guard, so I can hard dash, block something, walk to the side, double dash, block something. You see what I'm saying? That you're constantly playing around with it. There's a lot of options to catch someone. It's just people don't know it because they're trying to dash them like this all the time, and then they get hit. Yeah. So it's about like properly going over it, like properly, like, you know, knowing how much options you have, because look at all the options I'm giving you now. You got the options with the infinite guard, the options with the hard dashing, you got walking as well, so spiraling in, like I told you, against people who like to spam jutsus. You got certain tilts. If you got jutsus, you can hide behind the jutsu. Like, there's so many ways to get in, but you need to know those. You need to know those reasons. In terms of the neutral, that is about it on a fundamental level. So if you have any questions, then feel free to ask. And yes, Overlord, like I said, you caught me out. Yes, I stream, I do YouTube, I teach Naruto.
Man just dropped all of his compliments. Yeah, I stream, teach, do YouTube.
Yeah, because I'll tell you after. Yeah, I'll tell you
I'm
after.
I'm a professor as well. Yeah.
So yeah, if you want to add anything or anyone has any questions, then we'll do so. If not, then that's pretty much everything. I've gone over guard pressure, neutral, everything, really.
No, that's all I have to say. The only thing is, yeah, the problem with beginners and like people that are almost a veteran, they often forget the tech that we teach them, so we often get people asking the same questions over and over. So like, if you're struggling with something that we've already teach, just go through the video again and rewatch it. So like, let's say you just lost to someone that was playing better neutral than you. Literally come back to RJ's stream, rewatch the live, record the game that you lost, rewatch that, and see what you did wrong.
Yeah. Like, I'm going to find out how to actually do it. I'm gonna like put in like points, like key points where each section is. If anybody, once this is up, if some people want to put in timestamps down below if you want. So if you want to put in timestamps to help yourself, other people put in timestamps. But I'm gonna go back into the stream and I'm gonna actually categorize each section so you can say, okay, this is this, this is this, this is this, right? Because it's a stream, it's not a video, right? But again, if you have any questions, so I've gone over everything: neutral, guard pressure. So if you have any questions about any of those things, if you want any questions about character specifics, I've got E here as well, so E can help me as well, explain to you guys. Now is the time. I didn't cut off E. I cut you off. Were you talking?
No.
Yeah, I didn't cut off E. What are you talking about?
If someone's strong, then spamming still shouldn't work. People spam me as a last resort, and it just makes it worse for you. You're better off trying to adapt and learn against them that they spam, yeah. How does one character have better neutral than the other? Depends on their move set.
Yeah, like, again, neutral isn't just I'm sitting at the back of the map doing this. Right, it's not just spamming jutsu. And Overlord, I'll get to your question, but it's not just spamming jutsu. Again, I told you, even in guard pressure or comboing, like, I'm still in a neutral here. When you hollow step, so you see this right here, I'm in neutral now. You see what I'm saying? Look, boom, I'm in neutral here. Yeah. So you're constantly going back. So neutral is not better or worse, it's different types. There are some characters that are good at zoning and keep out, like Yugito. There are some characters that are good at locking down, like Shizui, for example. You know what I'm saying? Like there are
Yeah.
some. There's not a better or worse. It's just whatever they spec into. There's dominant neutrals. So for example, a zoning team is usually dominant neutral at range. So mid to long range, they're dominant. But most zoning teams, if you get in close, then that's when your Rasengans become a bit more dominant. Your Rasengans and your almighty pushes and all the rest of it, they become dominant in the neutral now. Because this is still neutral. Like, this is what we call zero range, yeah? This is still like, I'm still in neutral here. Like, it's not range dependent. Like, neutral isn't like, oh, you're too close, you're no longer in neutral. I'm still in neutral here. Like, I'm still in that neutral. You see what I'm saying? Do you think Toburama or the second Mizukage Phantom Air Hit is good for neutral? Phantom Air Hit's good for neutral, obviously. I don't agree with it because it's a glitch. I think that it's not. You can't, like, it's too quick, I would say. Like, I don't really agree with using it, but Phantom Air Hits are great neutral game.
Tobiraman's Phantom Air Hit is trash. You'll only land it on people that are new to the game since it's so slow. The
Switch
best ones
tech
are
is what you
Lost Sasuke.
specialize in. Yeah, but a lot of people fall into switch tech and not fundamental play. Switch tech without fundamental play is useless. But fundamental play is basic, so you need some switch tech in there as well to spice that up. You need both, is what I'm trying to say. So you need to have strong fundamentals. You can't rely on switch tech at all. Like solely switch tech. It wouldn't work.
In terms of the neutral question, an easy way to play the neutral is switch jutsu/jutsus. That's why you run into a lot of players on player match and rank just spamming jutsus. Is an easy way in this game. It's an easy way to control the space between you and your opponent. So using that definition, Mifune would be worse at controlling the neutral than Last Sasuke, because Last Sasuke, his Infernal Fireball, is better at controlling the space between me and my opponent than Mifune's Jutsu, since it has a bigger hitbox. But they control the neutral in different ways. For example, like Mifune would be better at camera angling or mixing up. So he creates space, Sasuke controls space, Mifune creates space. So it's different, but that's going into more complex types of neutrals, like RJ said, because there's levels to it.
Yeah.
But on the surface level,
he's gonna be doing a video on how to fight puppets, and I'm also gonna be doing a video with Adrian about how to fight puppets as well. So I would just stay tuned for that. In terms of Shino, he did a video on Shino, how to fight Shino. I think he put.
yeah.
But it's majority. It's like it's just knowing how to move and dodging his bugs, knowing when to dash through his bugs as well. So after you block his third bugs, you don't have to respect it anymore. So you can become a mix from there. So yeah, there's like a bunch of things that go into it. I play Sage Art, Massive Rasengan, Mega Raj, and I don't like Tailed Beast by Naruto because his IC one is so good.
Yeah, that's why I'm always preaching fundamentals, bro. Like, beginners/new people to the game master switch tech first because it looks flashy, it looks cool. It's the combos of fighting games, basically. Everyone always wants to master the combos before mastering fundamentals, but you're not gonna land your switch tech/combos if you don't master your fundamentals first.
Yeah, you have
It's
to
like
have
playing a new game. Huh?
Go on.
I was just saying, it's like playing a new game and going straight to the 5th level and you haven't done the tutorial. You're getting bopped, bro.
Yeah, what's it? What's that saying? I forgot what I was gonna say. I'm gonna get an advanced fundamental stream, like how top players utilize fundamentals on a detailed level. I don't know how I would do that yet, because if I was to go into advanced, there would be a lot more like showcasing. There's a lot more specifics and explanations. So once I figure out a way I can explain it and not sound confusing, as well as showcasing it, because advanced stuff is very specific. It's very controversial, basically. Like, I can say, do this, it's really advanced, and why they did this and that, but there's multiple options. There's no right way about it. You see what I'm saying? Like, there's multiple right ways. So it's a lot harder to explain it on an advanced level for that reason. Simple level, simple, because it's the start. You will start from the same place. So that's why it's easy to do this, right? But once you get into technicalities, it becomes more controversial.
Facts. Like at the highest level, because everyone can do everything execution-wise. Like at the highest level of play, like you'll see it in the tournaments I won. All the players can do everything. There's no player that can hollow step and the other player can't. Everyone can do hollow steps. Everyone can do one jutsu buffers. Everyone can do instant guard breaks. The way it differentiates is due to play styles. So, for example, a player might use instant guard breaks more than I do, but we both can do it. So then, like RJ said, it goes into situations and mind games as well. So there'll be a scenario, and there could be 10 different answers to it. And the reason why one player went for a specific answer is due to mind games. He had the hard read, he chose that one, and then he did it. Now explaining that and why he didn't choose the other 9 and why you should use the other 9 is so long, especially for one specific situation. And there'll be multiple situations that will have 10 different answers. That's why that's a hard stream/video to do.
Yeah. You explaining stuff during a match against someone who's good is a hard thing to do. Not gonna lie to you.
I can do that, yeah, but with my playstyle, I read my opponent, so me telling you what I'm doing is not that useful.
On an intricate level, like while you're playing, you can say, okay, because I'm in this position, I'm not gonna approach E because of this. But those little things, those little habits that he does, isn't something that you can explain. Like, or those little habits that I do or someone else. It's not something that you can necessarily explain like that. You know what I mean? Like, it's something that, like, you know, you get through experience. Like, one thing I tell my students, right, who want to learn, I said there are some things that you can only learn through experience. Like, you just have to play and you will pick it up on your own. Like, it's not something that can be taught.
Yeah, like for example, when I'm streaming, you'll see me like grab someone 3 times in a row each time they wake up, and you could ask me, yo E, how did you know you will get it 3 times in a row? And I could just say I just read him, but I can't explain to you or how I knew that, because it comes down to experience.
Exactly.
Because basically while I play, I'm mentally analyzing my player's mental state, and I can do that due to experience. So for example, a lot of players, when they wake up, if they have no subs and no tracker, they'll literally wake up and stand still because they're scared and they can't do anything. So that increases the chance of me being able to get 3 grabs in a row, because each time I grab them, they don't have a chance to refuel their resources basically. So I can grab them more times than I would if they did have resources, exactly. But I have to read my opponent first to be able to do that, and explaining that to someone that doesn't have the experience is just a long day, bro.
Yeah.
It's a long day.
Yeah, 100%.
But I wouldn't have to explain it to RJ, because he would see that and see, okay, makes sense. I know why he did that. I don't have to explain it to him.
Do you have to move the left stick less when you do a hollow step in a combo versus while moving? We're just moving because I always do a ninja move when I try to do it in a combo. Yeah, so I did a step-by-step guide on how to hollow step. Is Q here? Do I have any moderators in here? Q was here, but I think I need to make more moderators, Loki. Seth is here, so I don't mind making Seth a moderator, Loki. Not gonna lie, he's usually always here. But was it I did a step-by-step guide on how to ninja move. So what I will do, because I can explain it to you here, but I feel like it'll be better if you watch that, because I actually go through it when I say it. But there's a certain place that you got to hold your analog stick. It's like in the middle, so you're not pushing it all the way, but you need to find that sweet spot to then the hollow step. I can't, where is it? I'm trying to find it. But I did a step-by-step guide, and it seems a lot of people come back to me and they said, yeah, they got it, like, after watching it. So I'm doing something right.
What I've started doing now, Seth, to solve that problem, because you said, oh, it's great when someone gives their insight, because you don't know what to do. Fighting games is a case-by-case basis, so just because I told you what to do in that situation doesn't mean that situation is going to arise in your next match.
Yo, what's up,
you can get a different situation, and you won't know what to do because I haven't told you. That's why I said the experience is important. But what I've started to doing with people that I'm coaching, I can do this with you if you're on PlayStation. Basically, I'll do a share play, so I'll watch you play matches, and whether you win or lose, I'll tell you why you won, why you lost, what you should be doing, what was good that you did, stuff like that. So I can buff you due to your playstyle and experience rather than you watching my matches, which is a lot more useful.
Yeah. Once I've got like a better computer, then that's when I can do what Poison did, and I can ask you lot to send me your matches, and then I can do a video where I explain how the match went. But I can't. I don't have the facilities for that, big man. You know what I'm
We're done.
saying? Do anyone like singles matches? Fun fact: me and E used to bang out singles.
Oh my god.
We used to only play singles for time. That was so long ago. But if you don't want to play, I don't mind doing the endless and just watching you lot play. I don't know if E wants to be there as well, if he wants to play you guys or whatever. But if you lot want to play, I'll run an endless and I'll just watch you lot play.
See, I would have played, but singles is dead.
Not singles, teams. Not singles.
Oh, okay. Yeah, then I can do some Affinitech. Forget about singles. Wait, Seth, are you on PSN? Because I can do that with you today, but I don't know if you're on PlayStation.
Yeah, I'll be on it as well, so I can even do it. However,
Because I can add you to my coaching squad because I got a squad. But yeah, if you're on PSN, drop your PSN in the chat and then I can add you / message you.
Overlord, you don't have to play. You don't have to play. It's all good. It doesn't bother me. Is the endless for your EU and NH students? Anyone can join, as long as it's not laggy. If it's laggy, then obviously you won't be able to play. But if it's not laggy, then it's fine. So if you're one of those rare NA people where you don't lag, then by all means. That's basically the only requirement. As long as you don't lag too much, then it's fine. If it's playable, then it's fine. I don't care.
Bro, Seth, you should have let me. All this time I thought you weren't on PlayStation. I would have trained you time ago. Because it's much easier for me to do that than for me to like talk to you on chat.
I mean, I would have done the same. I already told you I train people. So if you want to hit me up, then I'm here.
Yeah, but I'm not like RJ. I only train very specific people.
Yeah.
I don't train the whole world. Oh yeah, Shek, do you still want... I was gonna ask you, I don't know if you're free, but do you still want me to go through the like defense training? Yeah, I don't know if you're being serious or not, actually, but yeah, let me know, man.
I don't need to
'Cause I
teach
can
you
give
I'm
you
powerful. Hey, even if you're powerful, you can still learn from someone.
Facts.
Don't go let, if you get good at the game, don't let it go to your head to the point where you feel like you can't learn from anyone. Even me, I've learnt stuff from people I've taught. They'll come with me and I'll be like, "Rah, I didn't even think about that." You know, same thing with E. He's stronger than me. I still teach him stuff. He teaches me stuff too.
Oh, you only been out for months, but yeah, RJ spitting facts. I just
Yeah.
added you, Seth.
But yeah, Seth, if you want help, just add me on PSN. RJxCampbell. And obviously you got E there as well now. Also, Shek, I'll message you on Discord. I missed your Discord, so yeah. Just because I need to ask you something.
He said when I finish moving, I have that fiber connection. My luck.
But yeah, so that is about it.
Margin, Xbox is the worst platform to play on. That platform is filled with orange bars. If you want blue bars, yeah, you should move to playing on PlayStation, whether it's PS4 or PS5. I recommend PS5 or PC. Xbox and the Switch are the worst platforms to play Storm4 on.
But yeah, so if that is it, then I think I'll call it. Because the purpose of the stream was just to get this out. I'm not really gonna try and linger it too much after. Yeah. So there's the E. If you wanna plug your work self or whatever, feel free.
Hey, man, like RJ, you
If you
know.
wanna set up your links, I mean, if you don't know E, I don't know where you've been, personally. But if you
Yo,
want
it's E
to,
over here. One-stop shop for all Naruto content. That's what I like to say. But basically, I do guides like RJ, but my guides are catered to like veterans. So if you want to learn advanced tech, chakra dash cancelling, fundamentals, kunai ninja move, I have a whole playlist. So just check out my channel. I'm about to drop it. If you want to see tournaments where the best players in Storm4 play, first to 5, first to 10s, podcasts, discussions. I've got a character mastery series where players that are the best with a main showcase their tech.
I'm gonna be on it.
Come on. But yeah, if you want to check that out, feel free, man.
So yeah, check out E. You can put your link in the thing if you want E. Check out E. He's got 3 tournaments coming up, 2 from my academy. So if you know, I do WD Academy, where I get all the new gen players, or anyone who wants to learn can come through. I'm getting 8 players, so 8 NA players that I teach, and 8 E players that I teach, and we're doing a tournament on E's channel. So there will be 2. We're just getting the date. Once you get the date, then I'm sure E will promote it as he sees fit. And
yeah, boy.
as well as he's got a new gen tournament, so for new generation players coming out, and that will be next week Sunday. So definitely check that out as well. So
Does your thumbnail guy only do thumbnails?
Yeah, but we're talking about logos. We're gonna talk about logos as well.
Huh.
But it's only thumbnails he's doing. But yeah, Ian RJ, I really appreciate my guys. I can't wait to get set up and trained by y'all. You guys are awesome. He's get paid bigger, but hey, watch my videos, bro. I'm trying to get that monetization. You know what I'm saying, bro? You wanna set me
Appreciate
up? Watch my videos, G. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, no, I'll do more streams now. Now that I know I can, I'll do more streams for you guys. Where I'll either play you guys or help you guys, whatever. I will be uploading on Sunday, as I told you, like my schedule. I'll be uploading on Sunday as well. So expect a video on Sunday. It's either going to be my favorite pairings, so my favorite synergizing pairings, where I tell you lot, for example, as you lot know, I love Hedon, and I'll give you like a sneak peek real quick. I'm just gonna come out. I'm just going to practice mode just 'cause it's easier. But I'll give you lot a sneak peek real quick of that video. I'll give you this one pairing that, if you know me, you know that I love this pairing, right? Just for fun, okay? Not part of like a main team or anything, right? But just for fun, right? You don't know that I love this pairing. But I'll give you a sneaky peek of what the video will basically be about. I'll get a pairing, I'll explain why I like it. I'll do it with probably like a few pairings, maybe like around 5, and then that's about it. My battery died. Give me a second.
Alright, chat and RJ, I'm gonna head out. Thanks for having me.
In a bit.
But man's gonna go eat.
Yo, what is up, Mitsu? What are you saying, broski? So let's take this for example. Yeah, it doesn't really matter on the Madara, to be fair. No, not a puppet. Mad to hear you speak, I can't lie. Have you not heard me talk before? I'm pretty sure I've been on Biscuits like chat once, only once though. But yeah, so I like Sarada and Hedon as a pairing. So I'm giving you like a sneak peek of what my video will be on Sunday. As a pairing, because on hit and on block is crazy. One, Sarada has this, not that. I'm just gonna do this just so it's easier for me. One, Sarada has this, that's a combo, and it can lead to a strike back, which is also an ultimate. But one thing I like about this is the fact that I can pair Sarada's tilt, with Hidan's jutsu. Hold on. Once I get it. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom. That's a sub trap. I can get max damage off of that. Like, I can get both my tag and my pure off of that. Like, it's crazy. It's nuts. On top of that, if I hit his tilt, I can go straight to Sarada's tilt, and I can go into whatever I want. So combo wise, synergies out the way is insane. Like, it's crazy. So that's why I like these two predominantly as well. On top of the fact that, like I said, he done safe, Sarada's safe, like they have their own specific things that I like. But yeah. You see what I'm saying? Like, I can do a madness. Show me your Madara combos. Hey, Overlord, you said that you wanna hide things as well. Like, oh, I'm saying, no, I'm joking. I don't really care. I use Madara and Momoshiki, by the way. Momoshiki is one of my mains. Yeah, Madara, he's scouting out for Mitsu. He's scouting out. Which Madara do you use? Oh, Shek, give me your Discord real quick, by the way. Give me your Discord real quick. What Madara do you use? I use this Madara with Momoshiki. I use the no fan one. And then I'll pick Momoshiki as my secondary. I don't care. But Momoshiki is one of my mains for. I learnt my Momoshiki from, in my opinion, the best Momoshiki, Django, Killua. I learnt my Momoshiki off of him. He also taught me his playstyle as well. So yeah, 6 paths. Say no more. Alright, hold on. Let me do that quick now, Shek. Oops, I didn't mean to think you like that. Why does the game let you do teams of 2 with some characters? You can do teams of 2 with any character. It's not just some character. You can do teams of 2 with anyone. You just gotta pick the same character twice. So you pick a character, you pick another character, and then the second character you pick again. So in this case, you'd pick Madara, Momoshiki, then you'd go back to Momoshiki and pick him again. I don't know if that hits, but yeah. There you go, Overlord. I gave you a little bit of a teaser of what I would do if I was playing with this team. So yeah, that concludes or should I say peace, sayonara, and adios. I think my battery keeps dying. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna go now. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to watch this back, and peace.